Okay.
Motherfucker, unass me.
That's how you do it.
Damn! Holy shit!
That's how you do it.
From DL.
That's it.
That's how you do
Hey,
it.
all right.
That's how you do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Add your own spices.
Sam, why don't you hit him first?
Yeah, give him a little.
Hit him.
Motherfucker, what you doing, man? I got shit on you.
No. David, you don't shit on people. No, you don't shit.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
David.
Hey, David. I'm gonna hire a bodyguard for you.
The Opie and Anthony Show starts now.
Previously on O&A.
I watch the comedians who drink and make asses out of themselves, and I'm like, first of all, it'd be worse.
Yeah.
They would pull. I know that I would kind of like half wake up. I'd be on the floor. I'd be crying, and everybody would be just kind of looking at me.
Wow.
And I'd have to be let out. And
That bad it would be.
I was a crier. I was a caller. I was a cutter. Anything with a C, I did that was bad. Crying, calling, cutting. Oh my.
Cuckolding.
Cuckolding.
Someone has a problem with the Bluetooths in the theater?
Oh, God.
Fuck
Wanna be
that.
Lieutenant Uhura with the fucking thing in your ear. Is that it?
Fuck that. Everyone's fucking smartphones. I call them smartphones because people,
You know what, though? It
not
beats-
everyone has the iPhone.
beats the fuck out of ringing cell phones that you used to get. People are texting now, so you will see a seat light up here and there. You know,
Here and there.
it's like fuck dunk dunk dunk. But that, dude, I will take that any day over. Back in the old days, holy shit! Turn it, and you hear people turn it off.
Hurry up! You're dropping brains.
Don't drop the brains.
Eat the brains. Have some brains.
E-Rock's got more brains on his little finger. Come on. There he goes.
Piece of
There
membrane.
he goes,
hanging
right
off
in
it.
there. Now chew.
It's probably good, right?
Oh, chew
Chew
it.
it. Those little piggy thoughts. Little piggy thoughts.
Thoughts just. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
All right, we're going to learn what this accent thing's all about right here.
Doctors diagnosed it as FAS, and the F does not.
I know what that is.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Fucking asshole syndrome. You fucking British, you talk with a Chinese accent, you're a fucking asshole.
Fucking ass.
Fucking stop doing that syndrome.
Fucking asshole syndrome.
Opie and Anthony live next.
News 3 in charge of scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Show's hosts Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie here. Controversial team. Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy comment. Profanity linked rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Come on.
Come on, put the whole thing in your mouth.
Swallow it.
Freedom of fucking speech, like we've said many times, the freedom to say some awful things. You might not like it, but we have the right to say them.
Oh, my.
We have low self-esteem as a show.
They are not doing anything. They're not highly skilled. They have no talent.
We're just exploiting people.
Ah! See, kids, smoke your pot, play your video games, and watch TV. You'll be better off when you get our age.
There's no ratings here. No one cares.
Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Greetings. Salutations.
What is a salutation?
It's like a hi. It's a salute, a salutation, a how do you do? How do you do?
I feel bad for Travis and his habitants.
What's happened to the Habs? It's because you call them that, by the way, instead of the Canadians.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not why they're losing.
That's it. You're jinxing them by calling them the Habs.
They have more Stanley Cups than anyone.
You're
so
trying to be cool. Well, apparently they better kick it into gear. They ain't going to have another one this year.
But they've also been part of the part of the league since the. Oh boy, wow! Did I mess that one up? Okay, I'm gonna fucking stop right there.
Oh shit!
Wow. Okay.
Since they were the habitants.
The habitants lost 6-3 last night. You were telling me, Travis.
Yeah, sure did.
Ovechkin had what, 2?
Yeah.
Good old Ovechkin.
What happened?
It was a good 2 periods, and then they decided they didn't need to show up for the third. So.
Oh, yeah? They thought, fuck it. We won.
They said, we'll just go to overtime, but they didn't get there.
And then, that's...
No,
sorry to hear that.
No, you're not.
Why?
It's not going well.
The Yankees had a great night. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sad.
But no one cares, man, until...
You better care. It's fucking your
it's
cousin.
April. Well, my cousin had a really good outing, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't even follow
into the 8th? Jesus.
I don't even follow my cousin until, I don't know, another few months.
You'd think he'd be more of a Yankee fan, too. And get me some tickets.
I could get you tickets anytime.
Fucking call up that cousin. And get us some good fucking dugout tickets.
Phil Hughes, he rocks, but,
Kicked ass.
But, I mean, I'm still not a Yankee fan, even though I'm related to Phil Hughes.
When did the Yankees have their during the season crash? Baseball is not quite like football, where, football you have only so many games, so your team's good, and then if it starts getting bad, you're fucking done. Yeah. And then you could start out good, and you can end up sucky.
Right.
But you could start out a little sucky and end up really good. But it's got to be within a really short period of time with football.
You can't sustain 162 games.
This is insanity. The Yankees right now. What are they? Fucking 11-3.
Are they really?
It's it's like a 6-game winning streak. They're doing great. Rivera's 4 saves, right? 7 saves. I'm sorry, 7 fucking saves.
And A-Rod is starting to hit home runs for you.
Yeah.
So he had one not last night, the night before, right?
Yup.
Whatever. It's baseball.
I know people say, it's baseball. It's early in the season. I understand that, but
we're heading into
it's
spring,
just nice to see.
And they'll be playing baseball until middle of fall.
I know.
All right.
Yes.
So we have to get through spring, summer, and part of fall, and baseball will still be happening.
You know what, though? It really is
exhausting.
Just nice to see a team because they look very good. They just look very good.
Doesn't
They're
matter.
Playing well.
You're playing the World Series and 7 lousy games. All of a sudden, you have a cold streak, and even though you had a great season, you lose the World Series. It happens all the time to teams. That's why it's just nonsense. It really is just nonsense.
The beginning of the season doesn't matter. And then when your team is doing very well at the beginning of the season, then you got to worry that maybe they can't sustain it.
Well, how do you keep your excitement up?
With games like last night, it was good. You got a no-hitter into the 8th. That's kind of exciting. And then the guy's got to blow it.
Yeah, but you
Not
still
the
have
pitcher, you know.
148 games to go.
148 goodness games.
How many football
games of
seasons is
goodness.
148 games?
Oh
Let me
my
try
God.
this.
Oh, my God. Do a little math.
That would be...
Do a little math.
What, 9? I would say about 9 seasons.
Yeah.
90, 54, that would be about 144.
144.
So that's 9 seasons of football you got left.
9 seasons. Are you kidding me? Is it 9 seasons of football?
Well, that's based on a 16-game season. Yeah, sure.
Damn.
9 seasons left of football.
That is something.
That would take you to the year 2019, Anthony. Proving how ridiculous baseball is with this 162-game season.
Come on.
And we just suck as humans. We can't adapt fast enough. We really adapt very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Because 162 games, we've done this break, I know, made sense when there wasn't a lot of entertainment.
There was nothing else to do but
we didn't have our
yeah.
phones. We didn't have the internet. We barely had TV. We did have radio. You had to wait for, like, shows to come into your town. You didn't really have movies when baseball started.
You didn't really communicate with other people that much, to tell you the truth.
Right, so it was a whole social thing. Go to the ballpark, get some air, freaking talk to some people, get your entertainment, and then go back to the fucking fields and grow something. I don't know. Why can't we adapt and realize that's crazy now? And you cut the baseball season in half, and now every game is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Absolutely. But
your team had a great outing, but they still have 148 games to go.
It's tradition. It's tradition.
We don't like giving up on tradition in America, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We love
and
our
Kyle's
tradition.
saying the games in April matter just as much. Not really. Maybe for 1 or 2 teams in the end. You know, that one team that missed the playoffs by a game or 2.
Yeah.
Kyle, go ahead. What do you got on that?
Yeah, but that's the thing, fellas. How many times do we sit there and even though they now have the wild card teams that get in, it's so exciting in the last week of the season because they're 1 or 2 games apart. But it's those 2 or 3 games in April and May that we're not really watching that really mattered the most because then it wouldn't be mattering at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? I know it's 162 games, and you're kind of like, oh, damn, 162.
Yeah.
But, they play like each game matters. It could make it just as exciting.
In the last few years, I realized that I'm just not a baseball fan.
Is that what it is?
A lot of years on this show, I've been rah-rah, Mets, but that was based on growing up as a kid and watching the Mets and really being into baseball. I realize I'm just not into baseball.
Aww.
Well, you know what it is, too? It's like the hockey season. You have the second season. Everybody gets ramped up for the playoffs.
Right.
With basketball, you have 88 games. And who wants to sit there and watch 88 games? Even though they're all important, now there's a playoff. Now people get excited.
I think a 50-game season would be amazing for baseball.
A 50-game season.
It would be amazing for basketball. Hockey, if you cut hockey down to like 40 games, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
You said you're a big hockey fan, right?
Huge. Well, not huge, but pretty big, yeah.
So how do you feel about the regular season?
It gets a little monotonous. It really does. Although my team, it wasn't monotonous because we were fighting to try to make the playoffs the entire year, falling short, obviously. But if you have a really good team, it's monotonous after a while.
Yeah.
Like your guys are going to be in the playoffs already.
Well,
what do you mean?
You never know.
They're 11-3. What do you mean?
That's what the great thing about baseball is, Opie. You just never know. All right, they're probably going to be in it in the end. But
play this tape back. It's a guarantee.
That's why
it's a bore for those guys. They already know they're going to make the playoffs, and now they just got to wait 8 months to see if they can win another World Series.
I'm sure they enjoy making a lot of money for just being there.
Right. All right, Kyle.
Hey, that was a great way to say that. That.
What?
As far as they already know they're going to make the playoffs. Now they got to wait 8 months or 7 months to get into it. I never really thought about it that way.
It's true though. I mean, they're not gonna lay down or anything. They're gonna continue playing, but it's already in their heads that they're a playoff team, and the odds are extremely good that they're going to be in the playoffs. So now they got to wait till October to see how good this team really is.
Well, you know what? You're in the first inning last night with the Yankee game against the A's. Derek Jeter tries to steal second base 2 times, right? In the first inning, no outs, right? So Teixeira strikes out. Jeter's trying to steal third in the first inning with no outs. I mean, so there's a guy that plays 100% all the time.
That's right. He's a hustler. He can hustle, that guy.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't think, you know what? I don't think athletes, this is going to be controversial, but I don't think athletes play 100% all the time. I don't think they come close to playing 100% all the time. And what made me realize that was watching Olympic hockey. You go, wow, this is what these guys could do if they go all out every game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because both sides are like, you know what? This is just a regular season game. So our side's playing at 90%, and their side's playing about 90%. Did you see that Olympic hockey? How different that was? Because every
little fucking pass made a difference.
Every time someone had the puck, it mattered.
Yeah.
I really don't believe professional athletes play at 100% day in and day out. No way. They hit 100%. They hit 100% from time to time.
Yeah,
but it's an unspoken thing, I believe, with both teams that are like, you know what? Yeah, all right, you're gonna play at 85% today. All right, we'll play at 85 too.
Yeah,
because you know we're a little tired from the West Coast swing, so we're gonna like tone it down a little bit.
You know what I'm thinking? Players or a team as a whole are not playing 100%. Not especially, but in baseball. The second game of the doubleheader. That has to be like you've finished the game. You've played your hopefully only 9 innings in the first game.
Right.
And you're done. And then it's like, all right, do it again.
Right.
Start over. You're at inning 1 and go.
Right.
You cannot possibly be as into it as you were in first inning of game 1.
Right.
It's just amazing.
And especially
they still do the doubleheader,
especially
by the way.
With 148 games to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Really? Does that second game in the doubleheader really get you pumped up?
Aren't you just standing there going, fine.
And why don't they take a 3 or 4 hour break and have some dinner, clear out the stadium, bring in a whole nother crew?
They have actually taken longer breaks recently than they used to.
Right.
They used to go, boom, right back into the fucking game. That was it.
Right.
Now they have taken some, but I think that's more for television and
why do they do that to make money?
Yeah, to make money because they do turn over. They turn over the crowd.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sit in the same game anymore.
Yeah, you used to sit there to go to a doubleheader and you'd watch both games.
Right.
Now they clear everyone, get the fuck out.
But you know what?
Let's get some new fucking suckers in here
because they want like a fresh crowd.
Yeah,
because the players are tired. But as a kid, when your friend or somebody said, "Hey man, I got tickets for a doubleheader,"
fuck 2 games. I got 2 games. 2 games better than 1 game.
They should play one 18-inning game for
That's pretty much it.
For 2 wins.
And
then it would be very important, right? You don't want to lose two fucking.
You know what? You're not going to. If you're like leading by 1 run at the end of 9. You're not going to relax going into 10.
Nope.
Now, meanwhile, you might relax a little going into the second game in the first inning.
Makes for an exciting 18-inning game.
18 innings.
Let's just change the rules a little bit.
Yeah, just shuffle them around a little bit. Shuffle them around.
Kyle, I interrupted you. What were you saying there? Are you good?
Last week, one team played 20 innings. Was that another Met game?
What?
Oh, yeah, Mets. The Mets got into a ridiculous
we talked about that.
Game,
that was last, Saturday or something? Yeah.
Right now, the guy that was catching for the other team went 20 innings, right, and then had to come back and play a day game the next day,
right?
And he caught the whole game. So it was like the first time since 1970 something that somebody went 20 innings behind the plate and then came back the next day to.
Oh my God! I would
imagine that. That's crazy.
I would love to just tap him in his knees, see how his knees are feeling. All right, Kyle. Thank you. We got to give him.
Guys, punch it out.
Yeah, right on. Let's say hi to Mike on Long Island. Mike.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Opie.
Yeah.
You know better than anybody. Islanders, Rangers. Islanders play their fucking asses off against the Rangers. They play like they're a playoff team. Then what happens when they play the Colorado Avalanche next night?
Nothing.
They suck balls.
See, I'm telling you, I think I'm onto something a little bit here because he's right. When I mean, in this neck of the woods, a Ranger-Islander game is just amazing.
It's huge.
And wherever you live in the country, you got your own rivalries. And you know your team steps up for these big rivalry games.
Yep.
And you're seeing these guys going 100%, 110%, whatever. And then, sure, the next day they play a who gives a shit team, and it's a completely different team on the ice.
Exactly.
Proving they don't go 100% every game of the year. No way.
Why would they?
Yes,
One
Mike.
more thing.
Yeah.
How about when at the end of the hockey games, when you pull the goalie for the last minute 30?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever see more intense hockey in your life? It's unbelievable. Like a switch turns on.
I love it. I love when they go 4-on-4. I love it. I think that you need to make a little more room on the ice.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out so well in the Olympics for us this year.
Well, but that Olympic hockey was just fucking amazing.
All right, boys, punch it out.
And I think it really does prove that these guys, they don't go 100%. They just don't. They can't.
No.
You can't go 100% for 162
Why?
games. You just can't.
No.
Let's say hi to Tom in D.C. Tom.
Hey there,
guys,
Tom.
how you doing?
Hey, man.
Went to a game. My dad has to be a saint for this one. 1968. I'm a bit of an older gentleman. The old stadium, twilight doubleheader. First game ended normally 9 innings. Second game went 19 innings. They called it at 1 a.m. because it was curfew. Too late.
Wow. So that's 28 innings of baseball.
We had my cousin and I had a ball. My dad was just like, "Oh my God, get me out of here!"
Yeah, of course.
Cool. All right, guys, punching out.
Very good.
Ah, man.
Can you imagine that, Ant?
No.
Doubleheader, 9 innings, and then 19 innings?
No.
No. Whatever. Oh, what was that guy jumping over the catcher? Was that a college game?
Yeah, college game. Was it Iona? And
I'm sure most people have seen the video by now. If you haven't, search it out today. Guys running for home, catcher's right in the way.
Right in the way. It's one of those classic, the guy's going to plow into the catcher. If the catcher can hold on to the ball and tag him, the guy's out.
Yeah.
If the catcher drops the ball, he's safe. But the catcher had a good squat stance. The ball was right there, tight in his glove. It looked like the guy was going to be out.
Well, he was dead in the water, as they like to say. Dead in the water. And the guy just... How do you explain this? I mean, he jumps right over the catcher, but it's like a...
Yeah, he does a flip in midair. He jumps over the catcher, comes down on his hands right on home plate. And
the ump's there going safe, and the
ump
catcher's
goes
like,
safe.
what the fuck happened?
Catcher goes, what the fuck? The catcher never touched him. He's looking to hit him forward. The guy flies like a bird over his fucking head.
And is able to control his momentum so he can hit the plate. Because when he jumped, it looked like there's no way he's going to be able to. He's going to go flying by the plate, but he doesn't.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Danny, send me that link. I'll fucking tweet that so people can check it out. But I'm sure most people have seen it by now.
Yeah.
And it was a college baseball game. Was it Seton Hall? Was it local?
I don't think so.
Who was it?
Iona and
Fordham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fordham.
All right. Let's say hi to Eddie in Chicago. Eddie.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up?
Eddie.
I just wanted to say, if you watch LeBron James play nowadays, he fucking dogs it the whole first half of the game until he has to turn it on in the second half.
Yeah.
He kicks ass in the second half of the game, scoring his ass off. In the first half, and he just walks around.
Yeah, you see it all the time because these guys got to pace themselves for a very long season. And that's why I think if you cut these games down, you're going to see these guys, you're going to see what they could really do day in and day out. It's like a chess match with these guys. Like LeBron James, let's say. Okay, LeBron's like, you know what, I'm going 80 right now. I'm 80%. Then the other team's like going 90, 95, and LeBron goes, oh, really? All right, well, I'm pumping it up to 95.
Turbo.
I didn't know we were going 95 today.
I got to hit the nitrous.
Right, and then they back off a little bit. It's just a little, give and take with the teams.
Well, being from Chicago, I'm from a city with Jordan, Pippen.
Sure.
Those guys went all fucking game. That's why they were so great. They won 6 championships almost in a row.
You know what? That kind of blows my theory out of the water because I kind of agree with you. That Bulls team, they seem like they were just pushing the entire season.
Hold on to that, Cubbies.
It was a different time back then,
Right.
Hold on to your basketball legacy.
All right, Eddie. Thank you, brother.
Bye.
Jamie in Pittsburgh. Jamie.
Hey, guys.
Are you crying?
I got a story about the
didn't
doubleheader.
even acknowledge my horrid Van Halen reference.
The Pirates were worth watching.
And he's still talking.
I was a kid. We went to a
Does
doubleheader.
this happen in real life where people just
the
keep
first game
talking
ended
when you...
I've been in certain bars,
The
yeah.
second game went 18
And they just
innings.
continue like this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they don't even
And
know
I
that
was a
we're
kid, and I was
not
loving
even
every minute of
acknowledge
it.
or
Yeah,
listening to them?
Yeah.
I don't want
You're
to.
just
What is this
talking,
about?
and all of a
And I
sudden,
also want to tell you about
This
the
would never
plows.
happen in real life.
Plows
They do,
straight ahead.
have a
In real
switch.
life,
They turn
even
it off
an
and on.
inkling
In
that
real life, someone-
something is going on.
In real life, someone would stop talking and go,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not listening to me.
Yeah,
Let me-
exactly.
Let me start over.
Exactly. Jamie,
Hello?
how you doing?
I'm getting an echo. Sorry.
I got an echo in your brain.
What were you saying, Jamie?
I got an
Jamie,
echo.
what were you saying?
I wanted to give you a little story about an 18-inning game I went to that was part of a doubleheader when I was a kid, when the Pirates were worth watching, and it was long even as a kid. And also, I wanted to tell you about that on and off switch for hockey players. A big Penguin fan, and you could tell during the season that they play with their competition. You know what I mean. So yeah, you're right about the games just being too long, and this isn't a good year to judge the hockey because it's the Olympics. But during a season where there's no Olympic break, it's I think it's worth playing. 60 games still.
Look, you know what? My Islanders are obviously playing golf, but, I mean, playoff hockey, you see what these guys could do. They pump it way up.
Oh, obviously.
They pump it way up, proving my point. They don't do that during the regular season.
No.
They play hard enough to hopefully get a win for the team.
Yeah, you know what? I think Sidney Crosby pretty much he goes 100%. You could tell.
I don't acknowledge that, sir. His name is Cindy Crosby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Drives
well, the old coach here called him.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it's a biggie.
So yeah, but no. Okay, I know if you're not from Pittsburgh, you hate Sidney Crosby. It's you got it's a
you know what? If he was an Islander, I would love him though. That's just how it works. I'm sorry.
If he was an Islander, I'd hate him as much as I hate Ovechkin. You know.
There you go. That's how it works. All right.
Yeah, I mean. But I just wanted to let you know that. And back in the day, a little while ago, the Penguins, when they, in the early '90s, they didn't shut it off.
All right, right on.
With Lemieux and guys, but that's all I wanted. I wanted to,
That's all. That was a lot.
I'm in.
All right, Jamie. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. That was
right. Let me say hi to Kenny in Jersey. Kenny.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, Kenny?
No, just that college play was pretty wild. But I don't know if you guys had to see that movie Major League.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. Wesley Snipes or it was either one or two. Whoever played the black guy in the second one, coming home, catches low, he dove right over him. Same technique, same play. It was
Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays
Yeah,
Hayes.
Willie Mays
Very
Hayes.
good, Danny. Yeah, you know what? That was a movie though. This was real life, and it counted, and it was. I think it's more amazing.
No, I was just saying. It was the exact same thing. It was cool.
All right, right on, brother.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, we'll try to move on. I didn't even realize we were going down that road to start the show there. But congratulations to your Yankees at 11-3.
Yeah, that's a good start. Good start.
And a big win for my cousin, Phil Hughes.
Yes.
Anthony, speaking of baseball, we move into the softball world. Did you hear about this story?
A softball story? Oh, wait, I might have. Go ahead.
The
enlighten me.
bisexual men who are suing a gay group?
Yes.
There's a gay softball World Series?
Of course there is.
So there's a gay softball league, and there's a big lawsuit because is it a team or a few players are claiming that some of the players on a certain team weren't gay enough.
Not gay enough.
For the gay softball league.
How is that decided? That you're not gay enough.
3 bisexual men are suing a national gay athletic organization saying they were discriminated against during the Gay Softball World Series held in the Seattle area 2 years ago.
Gay Softball League.
The 3 Bay Area men say the North American Gay Amateur Athletic Alliance, oh my God.
Wow, that's pretty gay.
In essence, deemed them not gay enough to participate in the series.
Not gay enough. Wow.
I guess they were able to throw the ball.
Yeah, just that little girly throw.
If you don't have the girly throw, like how do they decide that they're not gay enough?
The girly throw.
The lawsuit, like you want to be in the gay softball league that bad that you're going to fake your gayness?
Yeah.
If you sign up, shouldn't that be good enough?
As a ringer?
Who would put themselves through that?
I know.
I need to be in the gay softball league. The lawsuit filed Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Beth, we're not. Okay. The three plaintiffs, Stephen, LaRon, and John, played on a team called D2 that qualified for the 2008 Gay Softball World Series, which is organized by the Alliance. The Alliance's rules say that each World Series team can have no more than 2 heterosexual players.
No more than 2 guys that like the pussy.
Right.
And
I guess
they had...
Those would be the home run hitters.
They had more. Yeah. You got those. They better be good fucking players.
They better be like Mark McGwire.
If they don't suck the cock,
right?
You've got to fucking be good.
Imagine your 2 heterosexual players are just bunters. I'm like, come on,
stop!
Man.
You're wasting your fucking. You're wasting your heteros.
You're wasting your heteros.
You're wasting your clit lickers.
Each of the 3 plaintiffs were called into a conference room in front of more than 25 people, and they were asked personal and intrusive questions about his sexual attractions and desires, purportedly to determine if the player was heterosexual or gay.
Yeah.
The Alliance has no category or definition for bisexual or transgender people in its rules. Mm-hmm. At one point during the proceedings, the lawsuit alleges one of the plaintiffs was told, "This is the Gay World Series, not the Bisexual World Series."
So they don't even like... First of all, gay people, if you're a man and you're bisexual, if you're a woman, it's fine. You know, they could carry on and, you know, whatever. If you're a man and you're bisexual... You're gay. You're gay. It doesn't matter. Suck one cock, suck 100. That's my fucking theory.
That's your. Let's put that on a T-shirt.
That's my credo.
let's walk around with that T-shirt. The Alliance ruled the 3 men were non-gay. Stripped D2 of its second place finish and recommend that the 3 players be suspended from participating in the World Series for a year, according to the suit. The men are asking for $75,000 each for emotional distress. Blah, blah, blah.
Emotional distress?
Proving they're gay.
They're all emotionally distressed all the time.
If they're suing for that, then they have to be gay. Emotional distress. As a man, I don't know what emotional distress is. Do you?
Emotional distress.
Do you know what that is?
No. No, I'm sorry. I don't.
So there you go. A nice little story about a league.
Wow.
Claiming that they weren't gay enough to be in the league.
Not gay enough.
Why don't they just fucking go with the fucking test? Board members just drop fucking their pants?
Drop their pants and see who starts sucking.
Let's see how gay you really are.
Start sucking. And like I said, though, if you're bi, you're fucking gay. It's not... those guys, I don't care how fucking... Mark McGwire arms they got on him. Well, they're gay.
Gay. Let's say hi to Matt in West Virginia. Matt?
Yeah, there was another part of the article that I guess you didn't read. It says that the reason that the other teams were so upset is because they were so good at coming from behind. Boo.
Coming from behind. See, that's a gay joke.
Yeah. If you did it like Pat from Menaki, I think we would have accepted that one, sir.
Of course.
Very nice. Let's go to Jimmy James in New Hampshire. JJ.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to see if any of you caught the South Park, the finale of the Muhammad episode last night.
Well,
it was pretty fantastic. They actually, the first half, they edited out the image of Muhammad. Somebody was talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, for the finish of it, they actually edited out the word Muhammad as well. And so by the end of the episode, where they start to learn their lesson like they do in every episode,
of course,
they edited out the entire thing. It got to the point where it was like, and I beep. They got, like, the last 5 minutes, there was 4 words unedited.
Now, is that on purpose? Were they fucking around?
No, they were just, they were making fun of the fact that everything gets edited.
Oh, okay. See, now we had this whole thing going on here this morning that it was a network thing and it was real and shit like that.
I mean, the ending, I think that was, drama.
Exactly. I think the Muhammad thing was probably the network saying, "Well, let's just cover our ass." And I think Matt and Trey just went, "Okay, let's cover our ass," and literally edit out the last 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, and just show how ridiculous it is. Well, I'll never understand that. that you got a controversial episode or a controversial radio bit. We've been down that road.
Yep.
And the thing has already aired. It's out there. And in this world, people are recording all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a replay or a repeat, and now they decide they got to edit the whole thing or just not play it again. It's too late at that point, isn't it?
Too late.
Well, you might have emotions, and we got to protect you from those.
Right.
Of course. Please.
And Matt and Trey put out a statement basically saying, suck my dick. They said that yesterday, right?
No, I think that was just the Tyler Durden guy.
Oh, he was saying that they said that?
Here, I'll pull it up for you.
All right. Wow, I read it wrong then.
No, Opie doesn't read wrong.
Thanks.
Which place that was it on?
Thanks for pointing that out. I really appreciate it. Fuck.
All right, boys.
I thought
it's
ahead.
definitely worth catching the last. I mean, I was enraged when they started editing Muhammad at the beginning of the episode.
Right.
I was like, "Holy shit! I can't believe they're doing this." But by the end, I was laughing hysterically. The last bit where all you get is 4 conjunction words randomly placed in the middle of 5 minutes of beeping.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my room by myself, just chuckling like a girl.
Right on. All right, JJ.
All right, boys, take it easy.
Thank you, sir. What does that statement say there, Anthony?
Yeah.
Or Danny?
Yeah, because I can't read it from here.
It's hard with
Jesus
the white fucking
Christ.
font.
It says,
white font sucks.
Look, everyone, it's Muhammad. The silly bear is the prophet Muhammad, and his image is being depicted on this. And this is why, it's the Tyler Durden guy on this website. And everyone can see it. He's the one on the right, the cartoon bear. That one is Muhammad. It's just a silly joke, but there he is. And if any of you pussy Islamic savages don't like it, you can suck my dick. So I think that's the Tyler Durden guy expressing his view on the subject.
Makes it sound like it might have been Matt and Trey saying you could suck my dick a little bit, though, right? Because, I mean, Tyler Durden, dude, didn't have anything to do with the episode.
Yeah, true.
No?
Well, I think if Matt and Trey told Islam to suck their dicks,
no kidding,
it would be in a few more places than what would Tyler Durden do.
That's a good point, too. What a great statement, though, that would have been by Matt and Trey. They've completely lost their minds. All right.
God damn. Good for them.
Let me say hi to Larry King. Larry.
Gentlemen.
Jesus, what's up?
Larry King here. How important are the balls?
For the gay softball league, sir?
How important are the balls?
Fucking Larry. We got a great Larry King thing after the break, by the way.
Larry. Oh, yeah. Larry's back in the news.
Well,
this whole scandal with the divorce between him and his wife. There's allegations that Larry was fucking the wife's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other allegations that the wife was fucking the karate instructor or something.
The kid's baseball coach.
Oh, the kid's baseball coach. I was thinking of Elvis.
But Larry is Larry's back with his wife.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to work out their what the hell's going on there?
Try to work out the problems. More pop up every day. How are they working this shit out?
This guy, he went on Entertainment Tonight. I don't know his name. We'll find out, I guess. He was the baseball coach for Larry King's kids.
Yeah.
And basically, he's saying that, he was fucking Larry's wife.
Fucking Larry's wife.
In Larry's house. In Larry's bed. While Larry was on the TV.
Oh, my God. How embarrassing for Larry.
And we got the audio. The guy did an exclusive for Entertainment Tonight. So
yeah.
We're going to play that in a little bit here.
What a prick watching him on TV. Is he? Yeah, his show is live, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because he takes calls like that.
He had Tom Sizemore on yesterday.
At least you know he's not going to come in.
Right.
That's what I always not feared, but I always thought boy, your girlfriend could really, it's easy for them to cheat on you because they could just turn the radio on and they know exactly where you are. It's guaranteed you're not walking through the fucking door and catching anybody in shenanigans because you're talking.
Right. They know you're, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody's at work.
Yeah, if you have a regular job, all of a sudden you blow off half a day and go home.
And go
she
home.
Goes, what are you doing home so early?
Well, she wanted it, sir. And then there's all kinds of horseshit going on. And then, and then let's say the wife calls the husband at work because she wants to know he's at work.
Right.
It's still, all right, either she's calling the cell phone where he could be anywhere.
Right.
Or it's suspicious that she's calling.
Of course.
So the husband's like a little, But radio, live TV, they can just peek in and go, all right, he's there. Pull out your cock.
Well, that's what seem to have happened with the Larry King
Oh.
thing. Larry's on the TV.
Poor Larry.
Stupid yoga on the TV.
Oh,
I'm
God.
obsessed with the dumb yoga on the TV.
Yeah.
Why would you suggest that for a sleep problem? Slept last night, though.
Yeah.
Got a little sleep in. Actually heard the alarm clock for the first time in about a month.
Ooh,
And then,
you did.
And then lost my wallet, but found it. I thought I left my wallet in Starbucks.
Yeah, that
today.
was a harrowing couple of minutes. Opie thought he lost his wallet, and we all assumed Mars took it.
Well, he's the Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You gotta blame the Puerto Rican first.
Well, yeah.
When you go into a panic, you look around and go, oh, all right, it's the Puerto Rican.
Well, not first. It all depends on who's in the room. So he automatically went into it could have been Mars.
Right.
But let's say other people were in the room of other backgrounds. You'd probably assume it was them first.
You're beating around the bush.
What?
You would blame the black guy before the Puerto Rican guy?
I never said that. I said people of other ethnic backgrounds. It could have been anything.
Would you blame an Asian guy?
They part of the triads? Hate those triads. Drive those trucks around and shoot you in Grand Theft Auto. Pretty difficult. My wallet's gone.
Nothing worse than losing your wallet. This actually happened to us in Philly. Having lunch with the in-laws. My girl's bag is on the floor,
Yeah.
right? And it's a nice place.
Sure.
It's around Rittenhouse Square and all that, right? We're eating. And all of a sudden, she was paying for whatever reason, or she had to get her wallet for something, I forgot. And she goes, oh, my God, my wallet's gone. I'm like, shut up, your wallet's not gone. We were sitting right here. How could it be gone? And, and like I said, it's a pretty decent lunch place. And I go, it's got to be in the car. So we go back to the parking garage, and we go through the car, and that's when we realize, holy shit, someone went into your bag and took your fucking wallet without us knowing.
Sneaky ass move.
And there's nothing worse than calling the credit card company to, cancel your cards immediately.
Yeah.
And they're just watching purchases fly by the screen.
They work fast, those credit card thieves.
And they have to tell you, oh, I forgot now, but all right, they charged $7 in Dunkin' Donuts. They charged $20 here. They charged, and they're reading off all the charges that happened in the last 15 minutes, and it's all within the area that we're still in. And they're like, oh, there goes another one. They just charged. They just bought sneakers at this joint.
I can't stand that shit because it just seems like there should be something better in place to protect you and your credit cards. Like, so some guy can't just get it, and they never check the signature on the back or anything.
I was in a Best Buy over the weekend, and just because I know they never check signatures, I just drew a cock. Like where you're supposed to sign.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I took my new Bluetooth keyboard and walked out.
Oh, shit.
That's great.
They don't even look. Fucking take 2 seconds.
That's great.
Oh, that's funny.
But
God damn.
You got to get to the credit card company before the thieves start charging. So it's a race against time. And in this case, I believe it was like 10 or 12 places they were able to nail before we realized. I mean, they worked quick. But another thing's going on where I yell and scream at the credit card companies because obviously I'm having a baby, right? I'm coming home from Jersey really late one night, and we go into a Target? I think it was a Target, right? I think it was Target. I never shop at Target. But we stopped there for, I forgot for what reason, and we charged about $200, and I pull out my credit card. Oh, your card's being denied. And the reason it was denied because I had to get on the phone with a dummy. They're like, yeah, we study your history, and you've never shopped at a Kmart before, and it's in Jersey, and it's late at night, so we decided this can't possibly be you, and we stopped the charges. Now, that's them doing the right thing for you, right?
Yeah.
But I was so fucking pissed. I'm yelling and screaming, what do you mean you don't think I would shop at Target?
Yeah,
I'm having an argument with them, even though they're doing right by me. Because now I had to get back online after they go, okay, now you could charge your stuff.
How about I don't charge 80 things in like 10 minutes?
Right, that would be...
How about that one?
Right.
I've never done that, so maybe you ought to check that out instead of me maybe deciding I'm driving by a Target and need something.
Yeah, and it happened recently, too, because I had to buy a whole bunch of baby stuff at one of these baby joints. Same thing. They wouldn't let me use my credit card. I got them on the phone like, yeah, you You've never bought baby stuff before. I'm
Oh,
like, well, guess
they
what?
track.
I'm having a fucking baby. Figure it out.
Dude, they know everything about you. Big brother, man.
But my point is, I should be nice to them because they are, looking out for me and my credit cards.
Yeah,
but
they're looking out for themselves.
But now
too.
I'm annoyed because, it inconvenienced me
Yeah.
because I was ready to get out of the store, and now I have to deal with phone calls and being put on hold, and this call is going to be recorded and blah, 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 blah.
Then it made you look like,
Whoa.
Made you look like, it's embarrassing.
It's like, all right, man, don't tell anyone I'm at Kmart.
Come on, a good
Or
denied
Target or whatever the
my
fuck it
credit
was.
card's turned down. What am I here?
Right.
Come on.
Let me say hi to David in Texas. David.
Hey there, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, gentlemen. Went to the gym. The lock was jimmied on my locker. They got my billfold. I found it within about 2 hours, less than an hour. I called. They had laid about $2,000 on 3 or 4 cards at various stores, and they were slick. They didn't take all my cards, but they took some. I guess they thought that I maybe wouldn't use them all.
Right.
But they buy gift certificates.
Oh, man.
Is one thing they do for cash.
Sure.
Red Lobster Target. So, you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, the gym is the worst place. Thieves are working gyms like crazy.
Yeah.
They love their gyms, man, because a lot of us just assume, throw our jeans in the fucking locker.
Everyone's trustworthy, right?
Wrong. Right, you don't have an actual lock. You're just using an empty locker real quick. So you want to get a workout in. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, yeah, see? Matt in Jersey. Matt.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good, buddy.
So, I was driving from New Jersey to Arizona going out to college my freshman year, and using my one credit card to fill up at every station throughout the way. It's in the middle of Texas, absolutely nowhere, and my card wouldn't work. And, of course, in the middle of Texas, there's no cell phone reception, so I had to call my credit card company on a payphone because they thought it was stolen to get it reactivated so I could pay for my gas.
Yeah. See, because they study your patterns. I mean, I guess we should be happy about this, but in the end, you're inconvenienced because now you're like, I got to find a fucking payphone in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, I was glad they did it because it made absolute sense as to why they would. And I guess they said next time if you ever do that, you ever travel, just call them, let them know where you're going to be.
Let them know.
Time period.
Right.
Like, fuck you.
I mean, I work for a bank too, and if people go overseas or on vacation and they don't notify our ATM department and they use their Visa check card, so a red flag will come up and we'll block it just because there's so much international transactions going on and stuff.
Yeah. I guess we should be thankful, but I don't know. Thank you, sir.
It's just puts a burden on things. All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, brother. Let's go to Steve, the trucker. Steve.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, man. I'm an over-the-road truck driver, and it's a pain in the ass because I get my card shut off anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week because I live in Indiana, and if they see me using my card in Kentucky because I'm on the road, shut it off. If I'm in Florida, they shut it off because I live in Indiana.
But shouldn't that be your pattern, and they should understand? They should have
Yeah.
a program where, like,
should
oh,
know.
all right, this is this guy's pattern. He's obviously
it's one
traveling
of those-
around.
It's one of the customer service things. I always tell them, look, I'm a truck driver, but you talk to a different person every time.
Right.
Yep. All right, boys. Later.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Jack in Cleveland. Let's not forget, Robert Kelly is going to be at the Improv all weekend, starting tonight up there in Cleveland.
Yes, very funny man.
Help out our pal. Jack, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't think you have to feel sorry for them at all. They're only covering their ass. You're only liable for the first $50. After that, they're liable. So that's why they're stopping your transaction so that you don't overspend over the 50.
Oh, so they're not really taking care of you. They're covering their own asses by
They're
doing
covering
this.
their own ass.
Ah.
The same thing happened when gas was high and people started using their Visa cards at the pump and it was over $50. Suddenly they started making you put in your zip code. That's to protect you. Bullshit.
You know, when they started that zip code thing, I didn't know my zip code, and it was the biggest fucking problem ever.
You didn't know your zip
I had no idea.
What do you should draw it right inside your coat so you remember. Put it in your shoe.
I have to look it up every time.
Yeah.
Well, because my bills go somewhere else. Let's just put it that way. So I was punching in the zip code of where I live, and they kept denying the card. I'm like, what the fuck? And then realized it had to be the billing address for the credit card.
Yeah.
And then they're suspicious because it's an L.A. fucking zip code, and you're in fucking Long Island.
Yeah, what are you doing? Buying gas and leave me alone.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
I'm trying to spend money without pulling out cash. That's what I do.
That zip code tripped me up, though, man. The first few times, I'm like,
fuck, what's my...
Because I didn't understand it was the billing address, so I kept punching it in, and then I'm punching in old zip codes from when I lived in Huntington, and... All right, maybe the Boston zip code will work. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Finally figured it out, but the first few times it was not good. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Dave in New Orleans, right, Dave?
You're right.
What do you got, buddy?
Hey, guys. I had my wallet stolen when I was in the gym one time, and just like y'all were saying, I called the credit card company as soon as I realized it. Actually, American Express hooked me up because the lady told me where they were making the charges. Hopped in the truck, called the cops, found these guys, and wound up getting them arrested that night and getting most of my stuff back, including the cell phone and other stuff they took.
Wow, solid. That's rare that happens, that you actually
Absolutely.
catch the guy, man.
Yeah.
Very good.
Maybe a big fan of American Express, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. I think American Express does a pretty damn good job with their theft department.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they really don't take many chances.
No. All right, thank you, sir. Gift cards, yeah.
Yellow.
We're learning that credit card thieves are infamous for buying gift cards and shit.
Yellow.
What happened?
I don't know. Apparently, I got no sound here, but screw 'em.
Happens. All right. I mean, we don't have to continue with this. Wow, a lot of people have stories on this one, though.
Yeah.
I got blacklisted by my credit card company for traveling.
For what?
You want any more of these calls, or did we do it, Ant?
Yeah, I think we covered the credit card shenanigans.
Another thing I didn't realize we were going to do today. We just make this shit up as we go.
You go along and stuff. I guess after the break, we could talk about new purchase.
You got a new purchase?
Yeah. Gee, I wonder what it was.
I was going to say, what gun did you get? Has to be a gun. Do
well,
you buy anything else besides guns?
Cars.
You bought a car?
No. I do.
You haven't bought a car in a while.
No,
right?
It's just because of garage space. Believe me, I would be one of the worst motherfuckers.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I would love to get a DeLorean. That would just be fun to drive around. No, I made a purchase, but I wasn't the only one that made a purchase.
All right, let's go
Another
to break with that
was
cheese.
made. Yes, indeed. Oh.
Matching guns again?
Well, not.
All right. We'll find out after the break. And also Larry King, this guy is talking about how he was fucking Larry King's wife in Larry's
go
house.
to Omaha, Nebraska for our call. And are you fucking my wife? he just looks into the camera and yells every so often to make sure. And lose your heart on.
You know that baseball play we talked about? I've seen it 20 times since we mentioned it on our TVs here in studio.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got Metallica. How do you say this, Danny?
This is Beatallica.
Beatallica, that's right. Beatallica's coming in today. They play the Beatles and Metallica at the same time.
Yeah.
I've heard their stuff before. It's pretty fun.
Which one can we play? I want a little taste here.
Taste.
We could play the Battery of James and Yoko, Masterful Mystery Tour, Fuel on the Hill. Danny's the big Metallica fan, so but pick one where a large audience might enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard these particular tracks in a while.
All right,
but,
And I'm Evil. Everybody's got a ticket to ride except for me and my Lightning. That could be good.
Yeah.
Running for Your Life, The Thing That Should Not Let It Be, Hero of the Day Tripper, Got to Get You Trapped Under Ice, I'll Just Bleed Your Face, I Want to Choke Your Band, Tomorrow Never Comes. How about we do Everybody's Got a Ticket to Ride except for me and my Lightning?
Go for
Do that one. Let's give it a try.
Just try this out. They're going to be playing their stuff live in studio today, so maybe we should have listened to their CD before we booked them.
That's cool.
Well, a lot of people are saying we picked the wrong track for Pete.
Oh, yeah?
How do you even say it? Beatallica?
Yeah.
We got Beatallica coming in today, and there's some Beatallica fans out there, and they're really excited. Then they're like, man, you blew it. You played the wrong fucking song.
Yeah?
Grizz Few writes, yeah, Beatallica talk. Please play Hey Dude. That's their bread and butter, son.
Sorry, just draining some water out of my eyes. Drain the vein. That's what you say when you're taking a piss. Wow, there's a lot of fucking water in there. Want to freshen up? That's all right. That'll do it. Ah, wonderful.
So they're coming in, and we'll, I'm sure they're better than the track that I fucking picked out of the blue.
And what's the gimmick here? What's the gimmick?
The gimmick is, I don't know, you're mashing two fucking bands together, I guess.
Is that pretty much it?
The guy sounds like Hetfield, I'll tell you that much.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
God damn.
Speaking of music, our favorite douche is, oh, God, Sting.
I was going to say, that could be so many people.
In the music world, not really. Who's on our douche list?
Musical douches?
Sting. And I was a big Police fan growing up.
Yeah.
But he just continues to disappoint with his nonsense. Remember his loot years?
Him and his stupid loot.
Who else is on the douche list? You know what? I love him, but Neil Young.
Neil Young was
the time
a douche?
I saw Neil Young and he decided not to really play any hits.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee is on the douche list.
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons is on the douche
Ted
list.
Nugent.
Uncle Ted?
Well, he's a douche. I'm just reading off of
you're going to put him on the douche list, though?
Pulling up.
And I know we're pissing off a lot of people, but all these people we're mentioning, we like their music. But they did something to us in the past that put them on the douche list.
Ted is in a different douche category. Ted isn't in the he did something that makes us hate him category. He's just a douche.
Yeah, he was born a douche.
He's like douchey. He's
born.
douchey. And I agree with a lot of his, policies and everything like that. But the way he presents him is just douchey.
Who else is on the list?
They're saying John Mayer.
Nah.
But he's not douchey to our show or us,
he,
even though he hasn't come on since he got all, Hollywood.
Yeah, he's all right. He was all right by us. Scott Weiland. I'm a huge STP fan, but he's on the douche list.
He's a douche.
Jimmy?
Steve
Carlisi.
Steve Carlisi, yes.
Stephen Carr.
Stephen Carr, yeah.
You don't like Scott Weiland
He's
anymore?
the biggest douche of them all.
Wow.
No, he's to me, he's a typical coddled rock star. Like, he thinks he's this bundle of talent whose horseshit should be tolerated. He should have just been fired years ago.
Axl Rose.
Yes, exactly. I don't want to promote.
We never talked to Axl Rose.
I know.
These are
just a douche.
These are people that were just douchey to us personally.
Yeah.
Scott Weiland, when they made us clear the stage so he could walk on stage.
Yeah.
We're not talking.
You got to back up.
We're not talking the part of the stage where the audience sees. When you host some of these bands, which we were doing, we were hosting STP up there in Boston. So you get a little side stage action where you get a nice little seat. You get to check some shit out, but you're completely out of the way of everybody to begin with. And all of a sudden they're like, "No, man, Scott Weiland wants the stage completely clear before he goes on stage." So Jimmy and I were out of our fucking minds. We're like, we can't even stand behind this little thing to watch him walk on stage. Are you kidding?
Stop it.
Remember Jimmy?
That was after he blew the show off for an interview because he was late. Remember, he was supposed to be interviewed that day, and he didn't come.
And that also came after the I forgot how long it was at the PNC when in between bands it was an hour to an hour and a half because he wasn't ready to go on stage yet.
But I think Axl's a big prick too, just because of the way he makes fans wait. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. Fuck him.
People are saying Charlie from Drive Shaft is a douche. Charlie.
I have no idea.
It's Lost.
See? Lost. By the way, Lost
You are everybody. Oh, shut up with your stupid song.
Lost had horrible ratings this past Tuesday.
Good. Did it?
Lowest ratings ever for the show.
I didn't watch
What
it.
a
I watched it on
drop-off for this
DVR.
Lost.
Now, how do they figure that shit out? Like, who's DVRing it and then watching it the next day? Does that show up in the Nielsen's? How?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
I don't know.
Maybe the Nielsen's are set up in such a way if your household was picked for the Nielsen's, they know if you're DVRing and they take that into account. I don't know.
I watched it. There were some entertaining moments, I thought. Two. But yeah, it's lost. What are you going to do? I'm just waiting for it to end now.
Let's go to.
Now you're just waiting.
How many left?
It's like when Grandpa's in the hospital and it's terminal. You just wait for it to end. Now you're just waiting for it to end.
I never knew my grandpas.
You grampies?
Never knew my grandpas.
I knew one for a little while.
I had one grandma and another lady that was in that. I don't know. I guess she was supposed to be one, but
Precious.
Never knew her either.
You were the original Precious. You should have been the guy in the movie.
No shit.
Imagine Greg Opie Hughes' story. Precious.
I don't know why we didn't do anything with that audio.
Precious.
When Precious was a hot movie, we should have went back and pulled some of the Precious audio.
And then redone Precious.
Because I was
Precious.
This lady, my mom's mom, this lady, I guess when I was born, called me Precious. And then fast forward 20 some odd years, that's the next time I saw her. So I guess I wasn't that precious in her eyes.
Were you close to her?
Was I close to her? Hell fucking no.
The best part of the whole Precious thing is that she's dying in a hospital and the family comes to see her like on her deathbed.
No. My mom went.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't have a relationship with her for many years. I don't know how many. Probably a solid 15 years she didn't have a relationship with her own mother.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's pretty.
And my mom decided, well, she's dying. I should go see her.
Yeah.
And she asked the entire family. You got to remember, I'm one of 7 kids.
Yes, of course.
I was the only one that stepped up. And I don't blame my brothers and sisters for not stepping up. It's not one of those things. I just figured I might as well go with my mom, give her a little support. No one else wanted to, and I don't blame them.
They all hated her?
Yes. This lady was nothing to us. Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry. So it was just me and my mom. It just helps the story because it wasn't like we all rushed to the hospital room realizing, oh, boy, we all should do the right thing. Even in death, we didn't give a shit about her.
My favorite part, though, is that as she's dying, Opie was just like, I'm going to wait in the car.
That was
waited in the car.
That was the last word she heard from me. Well, because she looked at me at the doorway.
Drop dead.
She looked at me in the doorway, and now I'm pushing. I know we joke around with ages and stuff here, but I was 25, 26.
Yeah.
And I'm in the doorway, and she's crippled in her bed. She can't move anymore.
Precious.
And she gives me this Precious because she sees me at the doorway. I'm like, ugh, Mom, I'll be in the car.
Oh, she's
do what you gotta
calling
do.
out for her Precious.
Do what you got to do. And then my mom's sister was like peeking around a corner down the hall. What a weird fucking family that side is. Because now she's paranoid that her sister, who she hasn't seen in. My mom and her sister haven't talked in. How old am I now? About 30 years.
I've never understood that, by the way.
Imagine not talking to your brother Joe for 30 years.
No.
Right, exactly.
Crazy.
So they haven't seen each other at this point for, I don't know, I don't know, 10, 12 years, something like that.
Wow.
So my mom is coming to say goodbye to her own mother, and now the sister who doesn't talk to my mom is peeking because she was there the whole time, and she got out of the room when she realized my mom was there.
She's peeking?
She was peeking from around a corner down the hallway. And now she's all paranoid that my mom's there to hopefully inherit money or something. It's like just fucking psychotic shit.
What the?
Yeah, I got an aunt somewhere in Queens. She was a cop. She was a NYPD cop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Female cop.
We're talking in what, the 60s?
I'm feeling
60s and the 70s.
I'm feeling you.
And she's still alive somewhere in Queens.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this lady since I was, I don't know, 14 years old maybe.
And what's the problem with her, like that you wouldn't, or she wouldn't reach out? Or... That's just the odd thing. The family that just doesn't want to know each other is kind of weird.
I don't know. It goes back to, the Jimmy stuff. It's always some nonsense thing that starts it, and then 30 years later, you're still not talking and stuff.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It really
is. It's exhausting.
It's
like I have no reason to look up this aunt. I don't know her.
Yeah.
And we're
well, that's one thing. If you don't know the person, like, why the fuck are you going to jump in unless you find religion or something.
And the lady, I don't even call her my grandma on that side. Why would I care? I mean, she was a douche. She was horrendous.
A douche.
She was horrible. She
When
was a horrible
grandma's
woman.
a douche, that's pretty bad.
I remember we would, if we told these stories, I should shut up. But I remember going to visit her with my mom, when we were sort of getting along, and I was a tiny little kid. And I swear, we'd go in the backyard, and it was in Queens, so the houses are all close together.
Yeah.
Her backyard was like a volcano hit it. And everyone else had nice green and plants and colorful shit going on.
She was that one?
And hers looked like it was one just solid, horrible, morbid color of death.
You think she was a hoarder?
No, she went the other way, I think.
Really?
I'm too young. I think she I think she had extreme OCD, so the house was like perfect, and it smelled like mothballs. I remember that, and there's a lot of just old lady shit, even though she wasn't even old at this point. Doilies and all that crap, and Hummels and
old lady house.
Yeah. Just like antique-y things all around, and just a smell of depression,
and impending death. And paneling.
Right. And to this day, I hate brick houses because of that.
Oh, she's a brick. Really?
Yeah, because she had a brick house, and I remember just like, just knowing that, it was never a good time when I was in that brick house or in the backyard. So to this day, when I see brick houses, it's kind of like vacuum cleaners.
Reminds you of...
I don't like brick houses, man. And even the modern brick they make kind of nice.
Nah.
Brings me back to the old school brick and just how horrible that fucking house was. And
wow.
And how horrible that lady was.
Nothing worse than going into old people's houses like that, though, because they are all depressing. Mm-hmm. Why fucking, they just... There's nothing modern or new or alive in like grandma's house.
I don't know.
It's just a fucking depressing old yuck.
It's just healthier for me to like ignore that side of my existence and that side of the family. Oh yeah, I don't know anything about them.
Cut your losses and continue with the future family.
Yeah, there's not many. There's just not many on that side of the family to begin with, and I don't really want to know any of them. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then my dad's side was just the complete opposite. Amazing, an amazing family. Just amazing. I mean, they had their problems and issues like any family, but in general, very healthy and very loving. And so it's weird. It's a weird combination to have in your body.
I'm closer to my mom's side of the family than I am to the people from my dad's side of the family, but it has nothing to do with, I think it had to do with distance. Like when we moved out to Long Island as little children,
right?
My mom's family lived out here on the island, and my father's family all lived in the city, like Queens or shit like that, which was considered the city.
Sure.
And it was just easier to go over there and hang out with them growing up than it was to go into Queens. So we see them around Christmas time and everything.
Right.
So I definitely have a closer relationship with my mom's side of the family than my father's.
Right.
But I still see him occasionally. We'll all get together at a bar event or something like that, and all the cousins will get on Facebook and stuff and go, hey, we're getting together in here. We'll have a fucking great time.
Yeah, there's no issues. It was just more of a distance thing.
Right.
By the way, thank you, Jordan. He writes, that's weird that her OCD didn't extend to keeping her garden nice. It was just I don't know what it was. It was just horrible.
Minefield.
Just a lot of dirt.
Maybe she had a minefield for you.
I remember a lot of dirt and paths and remember was it the Addams family that had that weird backyard that it was all like the rough looking trees and the rough
looking things.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard packed dirt.
That's what I remember the backyard looking like. And it's something else I don't like to this day. Bird baths.
No, you don't like the bird bath?
No.
What's wrong with the bird bath, Obie?
No.
What's your problem with the bird bath?
Because there was just one lousy bird.
Why don't you lay down over there and tell us about the bird bath?
Trust me, I got my session in about 7 hours from right now. So
bird bath.
Maybe I'll discuss the bird bath today.
Who touched you in the bird bath?
Yeah.
Did it turn into a Greggy bath?
No, I don't like bird baths.
No?
She had one big, fucking cement bird bath. It was just an ugly bird bath in the backyard.
Isn't it adorable watching birds, though, take little baths in the water? They just go... and water goes all over the place, and they shake their head.
They could dry
and they pluck at their
themselves.
feathers, and then they fly away.
They could dry themselves within a half a second.
Yeah.
Just...
And they give themselves sand baths.
Yeah.
You ever see when they just go in the dirt and the dust and go... and then they take off. It's adorable.
Why do they do that in the dirt?
I don't know. Has something to do with their feathers, though. Like they need that.
I think they're trying to
or
rub
something.
I think they're trying to rub their
Look,
little.
look.
They're trying to rub their.
Found one.
They're trying to rub their
Do
little
it.
bird
Do
penises
Do the fruit.
on the dirt.
Look at him drinking.
See, that's an art.
Their heads go down so quickly.
They're so fast.
They're panicked about people hurting them.
Yeah, they're
Stupid bird.
They're panicking that someone's going to chop their head off while they're under the water.
Yes.
How about you relax and take a nice drink of water, you
He
fucking
can't.
bird? Look at this fucking.
He's prey.
Look at this thing.
He's fucking prey. He can't. It must suck being prey.
He's trying to drink it. He's thinking, "Don't kill me, drink. Don't kill me.
Don't kill me, drink. Don't kill me. Drink. Don't kill me.
Take your time, you fucking bird asshole.
Shit, is that funny, man?
Look at this.
He can't. He's got to look. He's constantly looking. Take him out. Look.
Yeah. What a nervous Nelly that bird is.
Can we talk about schizo animals? Let's make a
shit.
short list of schizo animals that can't fucking relax.
Chihuahuas are fucking insane little dogs.
They can't relax.
They're shaking all the time.
Yeah.
And they look at you with the big eyes like, and they're just horrified.
Fucking
chihuahuas.
Fucking squirrels can't relax.
Squirrels
ever.
are twitchy, insane.
Birds can't fucking relax.
Squirrels' tails. Always twitching. Oh, they are little twitchy animals.
Schizo motherfuckers. Relax for a second. Enjoy your fucking existence.
Rabbits aren't like that, are they?
Rabbits? Oh, yeah.
Rabbits are pretty. Rabbits look like they want to just hang out until you get too close to them. Like they're just sitting there doing that chew thing. They're always chewing something, like Steve.
That's not.
And then they just dart off.
That's not chewing. They're just mouthing. When should I run? When should I run?
I should run now.
When should I run?
I should run.
When should I run? Should I run now? Should I run now? Chihuahuas, you're right.
Jimmy describes because point blank there is saying Jimmy describes bunnies perfectly. They have an autistic look. Did you ever say
maybe
that?
I did. I don't remember.
Great. They just sit there kind of staring, chewing.
I despise bunnies.
You don't like little bunnies?
No, because their hearts are very weak. You're like, hey, rabbit. Dead.
Keel's over.
Yeah.
So annoying trying to get to know a rabbit.
What the best thing
It's
to
like,
do
will
is
you fucking relax and let me pet you, you fucking
And
creep?
there really is. That's true. There's so much space between their little peepers.
Yeah.
Like their eyes could not be further
That's
apart.
a great place for a bullet.
That's to be able to look to make sure no one's coming from any direction. Relax a little bit.
Well,
no one gives a
predators
shit about you that
predators'
much.
eyes look forward, and prey looks sideways
Yes.
for the most part,
Oh.
and that's why
Yeah.
they are such prey. They are such fucking prey, and it is for that reason, so they could kind of look around a lot.
Oh.
And predators are fixated, like an eagle is like fucking. They're just fixated on.
All right.
On what they're going for.
A willful boy's got one. Deer.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
And then he writes, everything sounds like a gun cocking to a deer. Yeah, you just take a step and they just freak out.
Whatever they're doing, they will look up and look right at whatever the sound is and run away.
And the sound is not, it could be just you chewing gum.
Anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
Deer.
You know what really? You know what scares a rabbit a lot when they're in their little metal cage on a table? If you take the legs of the table out with a bowling ball, the thud and the collapse of the cage. You've never seen a scared rabbit.
He'd be so frightened.
Oh, all the way down. Fucking panicked.
Yeah, and if you could hop and run that fast, why would you panic as much
God
as they
damn.
do? Get away from anything.
That is a frightened little animal.
Deers are very frightened.
Very scared.
Very scared. The deer.
Out on Long Island, there's a big deer problem. They go into people's backyards and just start eating shit. And then Danny just pulled up a video of a deer eating out of a bird feeder, and then he got scared, and his antlers tangled in the bird feeder, and he ran off with the bird feeder tangled in his antlers.
Jesus.
And, he doesn't have a thumb. He can't get that shit off.
No, he's fucked.
Every so often you hear about the deer with the arrow in its head because it goes right through the bone and the antler at the base of the antlers. And then he's just got to walk around like fucking Steve Martin back in the 70s. He's
got to walk around like an asshole for the rest of his
all the
life.
other deer are laughing at him. Of
course they are.
He's doing the king tut.
Yeah.
Hey, here comes jerk off. Fucking deer's got a bleeding arrow in his head.
Jerk off.
Oh, the fainting goats. If
They scared.
If we're going to talk about scared animals, the stupid fainting goats.
Like Black Earl.
That's got to be a nightmare to fucking
Yes.
live your life.
Like,
as.
I'm scared. I'll just roll over on my back. That's great survival instinct, isn't it?
Right.
Where you just roll over on your back, put your legs straight up, and
have
hope for the best.
And have your belly exposed.
Yeah.
Where, that's the first fucking place they're going to start chewing.
The most vulnerable part of you is exposed, so anything could just rip out your fucking guts.
Yeah.
Disembowel you.
Let's say hi to, Chris in the Poconos. Chris.
Yeah, rabbits are the worst. There's a scene in Life where this rabbit's being chased by this little weasel thing, and they're running past other rabbits that aren't doing shit. They're just standing there watching their friend about to get eaten.
And they just stand there.
I got to watch that Life. Everyone's talking about that Life. And they had the final episode a day or two ago, right?
Yeah. Would they have primates?
Sure did.
That was
Primates was the last episode on Life.
There's just
it was one of them.
striking similarities to humans, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, it is amazing just to watch.
Primates and humans?
Oh my God.
Just the class systems that they form and how they behave and treat each other.
And treat their women. Like they really, the head muckety muck primate will gather up his women, his bitches, and apparently
when bitches get out of line.
Yeah, when they get out of line.
Someone, the head pimp needs to lay the smack down on
And
his bitches.
he lays the fucking smack down by biting him in the neck.
Yep. And
they fucking know.
Female is screaming in pain, and the lead male will not let up until she's learned her lesson.
She's got to learn.
The silverback, right?
No, I forget what kind of monkeys these were. They weren't gorillas.
They weren't gorillas.
Mm.
What? That's amazing what a bell can do.
Well, it's true. I mean,
yes, it is.
Gorillas are one kind.
Yeah,
they're very, very dangerous and to be
Very.
avoided.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize that those monkeys treated their females improperly.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Well, it's not so much improperly. They just need to be put in line.
They put them in line.
Yeah.
And then, what was that other one where there was like a bouncer?
Yeah, there's a certain type of monkey. They live in the cold, and when they find like a hot spring, they go and relax into this hot spring. But it goes by a class system. So if you're part of the lower class of this family of monkeys, then you don't get to go in. So it's only the upper crust gets to go into this hot spring. And they actually had a male guarding it like a bouncer. And if a monkey from a lower class tried to get into this hot spring, he would chase them away.
What's the class? Is it based on family?
I think it's based on family and just relationship with the lead male.
Wow, yeah, fucked up.
Hot spring must be nice in that.
Oh, look at how relaxed these stupid red-faced monkeys are. They're in the hot spring, just kind of.
He looks like he's been in the hot spring too long with the red face.
Yeah, he looks cooked.
Right.
But their little whiskers are frozen, right?
Yeah,
that's some cold shit. But the hot spring must be so nice. Look how cute.
Have you ever been in a hot spring?
Yeah.
Look how cute they are.
You have?
Yeah, out in California, it's pretty cool.
But the only problem is, though, when you get out, your fur's all fucking frozen.
Yeah. They don't seem to care. Wow, look at this.
I went to some hot springs outside Seattle.
Yeah.
When I was visiting John O'Brien many years ago.
Cold there sometimes, so.
Oh fuck yeah, it was cold when he got out, but our whatever.
I know what you're gonna say.
Ugh.
What memories?
Yeah.
Memories of people gone by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our girls at the time were really annoyed that we wanted to go in the hot springs.
Oh, relax.
Why? Well, because there might have been a few naked girls in the hot springs.
Oh, perish the thought. Your dick slips in one. Ooh.
But you know what?
Oh, look how cute.
Isn't he cute?
That was a bonus that there were girls in the hot springs, obviously. But also, it's like, it's fucking hot springs, and I've never done this before. You want to try new things, right?
Yeah.
And they're all annoyed as we're fucking stripped down to go in the hot springs.
Oh,
Christ. And they're sitting on a fucking log with their arms crossed, all pissed, as we're in the hot springs. Like, well, you fucking... Then go find a fucking Gap and go shop or something.
Go Gap by the hot springs.
Even though we're in a rainforest right now.
You're in a rainforest.
Go fucking take a walk.
Probably is one, though. Is that one of the bouncers?
Huh?
No. This is the lower class monkeys that aren't allowed. Before when we were watching the video here, one of them got chased out by the bouncer monkey, and then it cuts to just the Herb scrub monkeys, that are, the Section 8 monkeys that can't go in the hot spring.
Can't go in.
That sucks. They're trying to get some hot water.
I know. It really is amazing to watch, though, that they have a society and culture and everything like that.
Scrub monkeys.
Oh, poor
Those are the
scrub monkeys.
monkeys.
Look at them. They can't go in the hot spring.
They're all cold and shit.
Oh,
The little one's all
sucks.
sad.
Come on, let him in.
How miserable.
There's a velvet rope there.
Look at the privileged monkey, fucking just enjoying some hot water.
And in the narration, they say that, like, that child monkey will never know how good they have it. Because the
spoiled little brat
gets
monkey.
born into the class just like everybody else does.
That's amazing.
We're really not making statements about monkeys. We're making statements about people and how we're not much different.
Exactly.
We think wow, monkeys are dicks, but it's like, wow, we really are fucking primitive.
The same shit.
We're primitive.
We do the same shit as nature does, man.
It's like, we like to look and go, oh, my God, they're so human-like. It's like, no, we're pretty monkey-like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're pretty fucking terrible.
I know. We should just throw shit at each other.
We do,
Bunch of
don't
hard-ons.
We kind of do. Jimmy, have you ever been in a hot spring?
I would love to if it wasn't for my fat stomach and tits.
It don't matter. You just go in the hot springs and enjoy.
I'd like to, yeah.
Pretty amazing shit.
You went into the pool in L.A. Remember that time?
That's
you
true.
were trying to pick up the girl.
That was good.
And you were interrogating her. That was one of the best.
It really
I actually got to sit and watch Jimmy's game.
It's not good, is it?
It was so funny.
It's a funny game.
Dude, it was an interrogation. It was like there was so many questions being asked of this girl.
I didn't know what else to do.
I know. I wouldn't have either, to tell you the truth. She was a tough nut to crack.
Yeah. So where are you from? What do you do? Do you like it?
Yeah.
How much time?
And she really wasn't giving you much you could work with. I had respect for you that night, but I was just going, oh, no. Oh, this is not going to go well for Jimmy.
I said, why are you in L.A.? She said, I'm here to go to a rape crisis center. There's nowhere to go with that.
Fighting baboons.
That's a baboon that had to get his bitch in line.
Oh,
she
shit.
stepped out of line.
She stepped out of line.
He had to correct her.
They look like they're wearing big fur coats.
Yeah,
the males.
with their heinies showing.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Cut out.
Yeah, the males got like massive fucking upper bodies and.
Would you want to deal with a baboon?
Fuck no, those things are fucking ruthless.
They're very nasty.
Look at those things. That looks like something from fucking caveman times.
It's amazing.
There's a whole fucking pack of them just walking around.
How big are they?
Would you try to ride a baboon?
No.
Some
You know how
could get
unhappy
really
they'd be?
big. Oh, he would not be.
You think that would be a problem? But I mean,
their
fur,
fangs are retarded.
But
too.
their fur is in such a way that it looks like it's a perfect place to sit for
You
a
think?
ride. Yeah.
Look how mean it looks.
Ugh.
And they got giant fangs. When you ever see one of those things yawn?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Must be when the rich Voss baboon is talking.
And they all have horrible male pattern baldness.
On their assholes.
On their asshole. Yeah, what is with the bare fucking red mandrill ass?
Especially they get logs caught in the things. They're trying to be cute in the hot springs. They got fucking little shit balls floating.
Washing their ass. Maybe that's why it's not so hairy, so the fucking shit just falls and doesn't get all matted in their assholes. Yeah.
It's probably. All right. We didn't even explain
Wonderful.
why Sting is a douche this time around. That's how he started.
Is it new douchiness from Sting, or is it old douchiness?
Well, Sting, after many, many years, finally said, okay, what the hell, I'll do a police reunion, remember?
Uh-huh,
He didn't want to do that for many, many years.
No.
And they do it, and it was massively successful. It was one of the biggest tours a couple years ago, I guess, at this point. So you would think, okay, why don't you do that again? That would be nice. A lot of people probably still haven't seen the Police back together, and I went, and they sounded great, right?
Yeah.
No, Sting has decided, fuck all that, I'm done with that already. And he's doing a symphony tour. Where he's going to play Police and solo songs reworked by an orchestra this time.
Oh, and what does he do? Is he going to sing with the orchestra, or is he going to conduct?
Of course he'll sing. Do we have any Sting doing the lute? The Police song lute, though? Is this the...
It's lute.
Oh, this one.
Toodly-doo.
This stinks.
You know how embarrassing this is, being a Police fan?
I just hated the story around every song.
Didn't you go with me?
I did. If I had an ounce of moral courage, I would have made a noise.
You know, remember Lee Abrams and Eric Logan were looking at you and I going, please don't do what you're thinking.
Yes.
Because me and Jimmy, you were invited to, but Ant's not a Sting or Police fan. We were invited to it was a performance
at Lincoln Center.
But it was one of those talk things too.
Yeah.
Artist Confidential, right? All right, Artist Confidential, and it's Sting with his lute player, and they talked for like for fucking ever, and then they finally start playing songs, and there's only about 50 of us in this performance area.
Yeah.
With Sting, you're like, fuck, this is cool. And then we had to listen to this horse shit.
We got to meet him beforehand. Like that's when the company took care of us. When they liked us. Elo introduced us.
Yeah, but I had a problem because God forbid I asked for another picture with Sting because the flash didn't go off. He got so fucking pissed.
Yeah,
and all he had to do was
douche.
All he had to do was take maybe 20 pictures.
He's a douche.
I have to agree with you. But now
You don't like this song?
Oh, it's ponderous.
You think it's
like
nice?
Tranquilizers. This is horrid. All the night.
My sleeps are full of dreams.
This is the same guy that did Spirits in the Material World, and
I'm actually kind of liking this.
Shut
up.
No, this is the only song of the lute stuff that I liked.
No, this is the one we make fun of the most, though.
Well, it was.
I crack that lute over his head like El Kabong.
Mike Blackwell from Houston. I gave my love a cherry.
Yep. That had no store. I get.
Well, could you play the interpretation of the Police song he did with the lute? Do you have that in the system, Travis? Because that's what really annoyed us.
You know what that?
Yeah, the other one I have is Message in a Bottle.
Yeah,
That's
listen to
what I
this.
had.
Listen to this with the lute. You like this in?
No. The lute. There's a reason only 4 people in the world play it.
Gerard Depardieu was his lutist.
Lohutist.
He looked like him, remember?
Yeah.
There's a reason why this instrument is pretty much extinct at this point, right?
Yeah, there is a reason. People came up with something called the guitar.
The guitar?
Yes.
And they figured out how to properly... This was the bone he threw the audience.
Yeah,
like, all right, I'll give you one.
Like, here you go, fuckers.
I think he gave us this one and maybe one other.
Yeah.
Right.
Here you go.
So disappointed in the
Sting. So he's doing an orchestra thing. In the same vein of the music and how people are douchey and how fucking up shit. Green Day's musical, apparently.
Whoa.
Not getting good reviews.
Horrible reviews.
Not getting good reviews. Yeah, it's a punk musical on Broadway. No better way to really cement your image in punkdom than putting it on Broadway.
I think it was lazy on Green Day's part. They should have fucking put themselves in the show.
But that would have just been Green Day
in concert.
Live in concert.
What's the
on
difference
Broadway.
between Green Day in concert
This
and
is a story, man.
What's the
story? It's the story of punk and how people felt, and man, you're the oppressed by the man. It's a bunch of horse shit.
What's the story? Does anyone know?
No. What is the story? Do we have a synopsis? Do we have a review that we
American
can look
Idiot
at?
was a
Thank you. Trav Dog. This is Trav Dog, everybody. No, it's
American
Trav.
Idiot was a concept album. So like,
Was it?
Yeah, it told a story.
Is there anything? Hold on. Is there anything worse than the concept album?
Jimmy loves the concept album.
You're a
by the
big
way.
fan of the concept
He
album?
loves things like Tommy, when the Who did Tommy and things like that.
No, I don't. Wait, was American Idiot about Americans being idiots, or was it about?
No, it was about...
Yes.
All right. You would think that,
met
but no. What was it about, Travis?
It was, well, the album's protagonist, the Jesus of Suburbia. It's his story.
All right, look.
What?
Enough. Just enough.
Do you want the synopsis here?
Of what?
Yeah, of the Broadway show.
Yeah, it says, for Johnny, the, quote, Jesus of suburbia. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go somewhere else with this.
Oh.
Hang on.
Yeah. To hell.
What?
He's the everyman.
Yeah, he's...
he's the everyman.
Who is the everyman?
All right.
Who? I can't believe I just lost myself.
Jesus of Suburbia.
Is the everyman?
He's the everyman, and he's probably the guy that comes out on stage and
the storyline involves
flips his arms around real gaily and has the microphone in front of his mouth and sings Broadway-ish.
There's three main characters, all of them disaffected suburban youth as they search for meaning in their lives. For Johnny, the Jesus of Suburbia, the solution is to head to the big city, where he finds a girlfriend, but also falls prey to drug addiction at the hands of a dealer.
I'm going to the city. I'm going to the city. I found a girl. We're going to the city. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, but you got to sing it like Billy Joe.
Oh, God. Hate Broadway.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Stop with your sing-talking.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Hey, it's never sad news.
No.
We're getting beat up because of the concept album thing. Because obviously people are bringing up Pink Floyd's The Wall. All right. I like the songs on The Wall. I didn't realize it was some kind of concept.
Who cares about the story?
What the fuck
exactly.
is the concept of that?
Exactly.
And how many people cared about the actual concept? They cared that there was some good songs on
You
there.
could like songs off a concept album without digging the concept, man.
I never understood the concept. I like The Who's Tommy, but I didn't like it as a concept. I just like some of the songs on the double disc.
Good, that's it.
Right?
Exactly.
Speaking of Broadway, too, is there anything worse than, I got a good example, but when you go to Broadway and there's, Broadway's got a lot of
geese.
And they try to man it up because the role calls for like a manly man,
someone that would like vagina.
Now, our friend Rob Bartlett was in The Odd Couple.
Yeah,
and he really was amazing. I'm not just saying that because he's a friend of ours, and he invited us to see The Odd Couple. Nathan Lane was Oscar Madison.
Which is ridiculous.
And Oscar Madison, we all know, is like a guy's guy.
Oh, man.
Smoking cigars, drinking beers, betting, and fucking sports. Nathan Lane was so not believable as Oscar Madison.
Fruit in the roll-up.
It took me right out of the fucking play.
Yes.
And he tried to man it up.
He can't man
But it's not in his nature to man it up like that.
It's not.
Like an Oscar Madison.
Of course. God, Broadway, and now here, they've run out of ideas because let's hear the rest of the. Is that the whole synopsis? So he goes to this big city, tries to make it.
Well, there's
on his own.
There's three characters. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Then there's another character, Tunney, who goes the patriotic route, enlisting in the army, and he's sent off to Iraq, only to wind up with one of his legs blown off.
Oh no,
that's good. That's what we want to see.
I've lost my leg. I've lost my leg. I've lost my leg. Why?
I hate when other people sing about what will he do with his extra shoe. Musicals fucking blow.
The lights will dim. In the hospital room, set will come spinning out, and he'll be there. I did it for my country. Just in the audience fucking snoring. As they look all pensive. Overly dramatic. Stop it.
5 little piggies are gone.
Dude. Broadway sucks at dick.
It's terrible.
God damn
that
it.
dramatic lighting and
all drama.
Let's backlight this scene for effect.
This will look great.
Ugh.
And then now there's a. Well, what about the third character, Dan?
Well, Will stays behind, quickly finding himself struggling to support a wife and baby.
Oh,
so I guess it's all three of their stories kind of. I'm assuming it's like intertwined
and
with one
then
another.
And then like,
and then what?
What about the music? Where does the music come in, man? I'd like to know that.
And
guess we'll just have to see it.
Do they fag up the Green Day songs, or are they playing them like they're supposed to be heard?
Are they Broadway-ish?
Yeah.
Or are they rocking?
One of us is going to have to go see
I didn't go see it.
Someone's got to take the bullet.
A friend of mine is a big fan of Green Day, especially the album. And, I said, I don't know, man. I saw the commercials. It doesn't look like all that much. And then she was like, oh, you'll see it. It'll be good. And then she went to see it and then got back to me and she was like, yeah, it was awful.
She didn't like it,
No.
Rick the Trucker, I don't have time to take his call. He says, do you think Green Day is a legitimate punk band? That's a very good question. I think they were popular right out of the box, which kind of goes against the whole punk concept, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, they didn't get popular until their third album.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
So
That's the first two albums they were.
Excuse me.
Eric Nagel is going to see this.
All right, good.
Are we going to get an E-Rock review on this? When is that happening? Soon, I hope.
Yeah, all I know is that he's going to see it. And he's got his Green Day shirt on today, so maybe he's going today.
Yeah.
Eric does like to wear shirts of what's happening that day.
Of course he does.
Maybe it is today.
Can't wait till he wears a shirt that says suicide. I'm sorry, you're right.
Let's say hi to Mike in Hoboken. Mike.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning.
My wife wanted to go see the Addams Family musical, and I noticed that Nathan Lane is supposed to be Gomez Addams.
Yeah.
And if we all watched the Addams Family, Gomez always wanted to fuck his wife.
Yeah, he was always getting turned on when she spoke French, and he was like, "Oh, Tish, French," and he'd grab her arm and kiss up.
He was like a Latin lover, like a you know what I mean? Like
this one's different. He lets Thing give him hand jobs as he's blowing fucking Uncle Fester.
Yeah, there's a clip of them on Letterman, and it's just. He doesn't pass it at all. He's more about having Morticia put butt plugs in his ass.
Wait, and, hold on. Is the clip of Nathan Lane actually doing a scene from the play on Letterman?
Yeah,
we got to find that.
See that,
please.
We
got to find
horrid that
because this is the point I'm trying to make. Nathan Lane is an amazing actor, but I don't know why he's trying to play these really manly roles.
They've run out of ideas, I guess, for Broadway shows, like original shows. So they take movies, they take history, like things, not history, because, even Les Mis was a historic thing that was very successful on Broadway. But, like, they'll take movies, make them into Broadway shows, and this latest one is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Here's the Addams Family.
Okay, start over.
I'll tell you about it.
This is Nathan Lane on Letterman.
Yeah. It's the whole cast.
The intoxicating spell of the graveyard. Once a year we gather to honor the great cycle of life and death. Come, every member of our clan, living, dead, and undecided. And let us celebrate what it is to be an Addams. Come to me, my luscious wife. Oh, she of skin so pale, eyes so black.
I got he sings, sucking Lurch's cock.
And tell us what it is every Addams hopes for.
Darkness, grief, and unspeakable sorrow.
I love it when you talk sex.
Baby Newirth.
Yeah.
You need to have a little moonlight. When you're an Addams.
They should have used
Who could sit through this? This is terrible.
I'm enjoying this.
No, you are not.
He's fine, though. It's just the song stinks.
But it's... Yeah, I mean, he's doing his job.
They should have used the tranny so he could really get into it.
Yeah, really. Grinding up against Tish with a dick.
When you're an Addams.
You need to have a taste for death.
This is
fucking stinks.
Fucking watchable and unlistenable.
She pretended to be dead?
Yes, for a split second.
Will you love me forever and ever?
We shall remain as besotted with each other.
I can't fucking... Who would go and see this shit?
Who?
Faggot!
He's fine, but it's just a terrible fucking production.
It's hokey and stupid.
Like
kooky,
Addams.
Mysterious and ooky. They're all together kooky.
Oh,
wait, let me hear it Wednesday. Or... Pugsley, yeah.
Flip the switch.
And wait till things get hot.
Oh, my God.
We got Tom, who saw the Green
That's
Day
fucking horrible.
musical on Broadway.
Fuck.
Tom, North Carolina, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, guys, what's going on
Hey.
today? I was in town working the first night they opened up the show. It was pretty cool that Green Day actually showed up for the show that night. And I've seen Green Day live in a couple concerts. They put on such a great, energetic show. I was hoping to see that on stage. But it was more like watching a high school musical than it was seeing a good Broadway play with Green Day's energy coming out of it. The cast did a great job. Pretty cool set. And they got the music arranged right. But then they used all the same kind of hokey-douchey Broadway tricks of people flying through the air.
Ass-fucker.
Yeah, it just didn't carry through. I had hope for it, but I don't think it's going to last.
No, you don't think it's going to last?
Turd burglar.
Oh, is this the what is this, Dan?
What do we got?
This is the spot that's running. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it's national. So this is the one that I see, and every time it comes on, I have to either turn away or change the channel.
Oh,
because
is that douchey?
I'm just like,
This is for the Green Day.
Yeah, American Idiot.
Thank you, Tom. All right, let's hear this.
Yeah, man.
This spring, Broadway's ready to rock.
That's why I tap out.
The Green Day's
Oh.
American Idiot.
Don't want a nation under the new media.
Oh, God, I'm douching.
The decade's biggest album is Broadway's newest musical. American
I got you still.
at the St. James Theater.
It doesn't make sense. It's a Green Day con, right?
It's
I
Green
still
Day
don't
songs
understand
done
this.
badly Broadway-ish. Oh, wow, look.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you got little goosebumps.
Dude, I got douche-chilled to the point where I had a physical reaction.
You're all goose pimply.
Oh, my God.
I really don't like how the guy is trying to emulate Billy Joe Armstrong's stage presence, like on Broadway. Like you don't have to make his little faces and do his little thing. I don't know. I can't. I have a hard time watching that.
Yeah.
I hate when they talk about how Broadway is gonna rock.
Yeah. Broadway's gonna rock. The Great White Way is rocking this summer. Is it?
It's not.
It's rocking back and forth with dicks in assholes.
Jesus. Hey, we got a guy that's a big Addams Family and Nathan Lane fan. Chris in Jersey. Chris?
Yeah, I'm totally psyched to see this. You guys can hate on Nathan Lane, but I'm pretty pumped to see him on that.
We like Nathan Lane. I just think it's a weird casting, and that thing we just saw was terrible.
Well, it would, yeah.
I saw him in The Producers. He was amazing, so I'm looking
The
forward to seeing him.
producers.
Yes, he was, but this looks terrible.
I think the producers really started people going like, let's take movies and TV shows and everything because that made a lot of money and it was huge. There's another show that is on Broadway that I thought was a joke when I first heard it, but I heard the advertisement and it was on 1010 Wins.
Scandal that
Here it is.
shocked America.
Here's the commercial for it.
The play that stunned London. The theatrical event coming to electrify Broadway. Enron. The London Telegraph calls it sexy, exciting, and brilliant.
It's not a joke.
All our creations are here. There's greed, there's fear, joy, faith, hope, and the greatest of these, money.
Enron, a true story of false prophets. Visit telecharge.com.
If you heard this on a morning show, you would think, okay, this is a goof. This is a parody, right?
Enron.
Travis just said it sounds like a Family Guy skit.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's something they would break
Of
away
course.
to.
Enron on Broadway. I've lost my retirement. What am I to do? I've lost everything. I'm truly screwed. What the fuck are they going to sing about?
Are they going to hang themselves from the rafters?
Yeah, that's all you see. P.U.
Yuckaroonie.
You know, but I saw The Odd Couple with Nathan Lane because Rob Bartlett was in. He played, and it was good.
Which one?
With Nathan Lane and Broderick.
You did like Nathan Lane?
As, yes, in The Odd Couple.
Oscar
As
Madison.
Rob Bartlett.
No, Rob was great.
Yeah.
Nathan Lane as Oscar Madison was so not believable.
I still
He
enjoyed
was
him, though.
swishing across the stage and stuff.
Oscar's got to be Oscar.
He's
You know.
I know.
He's fruity. He's Fruity Tutti Fruity.
I thought Rob stole the show.
Yeah, Rob was fantastic.
Unbelievable. He knows what he's doing down there on Broadway.
I really want to see Pacino as fucking Kevorkian's getting great reviews.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
he looks like him too.
Yeah,
with that white fucking that white hat he's wearing.
A wig.
I can't believe how much he looks like Kevorkian. They really did a good job.
They figured that out.
Yeah,
it's the glasses, the hair. And he does make like a face. He's kind of frowning a little bit there.
Yeah, but I was like, a Pacino. What a terrible casting job that is.
Is he going to be the typical Pacino as Kevorkian, though? Or
Why don't you kill yourself? I'll hook you up to a machine.
You can step on the gas pedal. Give yourself some more dope.
Yeah. Shit, man. Yeah, it actually it looks like he's doing a good job from what I've seen in the trailers or whatever they are.
People are now pissed because they have Green Day tickets for the Broadway thing.
Hey, enjoy yourself.
Sorry.
Have a fucking pisser. Reach over and hand crank the guy next to you. Have a blast on Broadway. I've had it with Broadway. It's usually some broad that drags me there. I think that's why it's called Broadway. Holy shit. I've always been dragged to a show by some broad.
And we got to go back to the wall because I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand the concept of the wall. Now, what was the concept of the wall by Pink Floyd?
Dude, if I got to explain it to you, man, it's way over your head.
You have no idea, right?
I have not a clue.
And how many times have you heard the songs from the wall?
1,000 million.
Yeah, I don't know what the concept was. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there were some cool fucking Pink Floyd songs on that. Jimmy, do you know the concept of the wall?
Yes.
Does anyone associated with this show know? And if they do, come on down here and tell us.
There was a problem between two neighbors where the one neighbor's dog kept running and diuretically shitting on the patio of the other neighbor. So he built a big wall. And that's what he's going, oh, all in all, there's just some more shit on my wall. They changed the make it more radio friendly.
You know what? I'm taking on these fucking asshole listeners today. One fucking phone call. Explain to me the concept of the wall. And if you saw the wall live, do you remember it? They were building a wall the entire show.
Man,
and by the last song, the wall was complete, man.
But then a giant plane came from the back of the stadium
and knocked down the wall
and crashed into the wall, man. And then there was a flying pig and the walking hammers, man, of oppression. I don't know.
One person associated with the show, could you please tell me the concept of the wall?
Let's see.
You getting any answers over there, Ed?
Of course I am.
All right.
It's a story of a tortured rock star with lots of anxiety and loss in his life and how he can't cope, so he builds a wall to keep himself safe from being hurt, and how he uses heroin to self-medicate. Very good. Thank you, Kurt Love.
It is brilliant, that fucking... The songs on that album are fucking pretty... Like,
amazing.
Comfortably Numb.
Amazing.
What a fucking brilliant tune.
Amazing.
Yeah. But what's with the walking hammers?
I think this is about drugs.
Oh, you think? Could be.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in there?
I think it was the prom song for the end of the Comfortably Dumb.
Jesus.
Right. What a callback. Comfortably Numbskull.
Jesus. We got Cassius in Brooklyn. Cassius.
Hello, boys.
Hey. Do you know the concept of the wall?
I always thought it was just kind of just the old saw of the individual versus state conformity and uniformity, and the loss of fighting against the loss of individualism.
I'm sorry, but this proves my point. Concept albums suck.
They stink.
If there's good songs on there, fine. But yes, Jimmy, go ahead.
We can't get no education.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your pennies?
Holy shit. Oh, that's great. Holy shit.
Whew. Let's say hi to Keith in Delaware. Keith.
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 Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, I think the whole concept of the Wall album starts with a crazy mom taking her young boy to the Wall in downtown London, whatever, and showing him the plaque that his father earned for getting killed in World War II and how it fucked up his life and how he thought that was his dad and that kind of shit, and what turned to drugs and all that kind of shit. So
you got all that listening to that album?
It's layers of stories, man.
He writes about his father, too, I think, in When the Tigers Broke Free, that tune I like. His father was killed. Some shitty battle for a bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve C is going to explain the concept of the Wall. Steve C?
Yes, the wall. You build the wall, you put a hole in it, you stick your dick through it, I suck it.
Very good. Best explanation I've ever heard. Wow, was he fast with that, too?
The penis crashes through the wall.
Yes. and he sucks it.
All right, here.
All in all, it's just another cock through the wall.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Fuzzy in Connecticut. Fuzzy.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
It's a pretty simple concept, really. It's just a dude growing up in England during the period of the war, lost his father, and then just trying to deal with stardom, an awful wife, and it's not that difficult to understand. It's just a story.
Yeah.
Just like anything else.
Stories. I write stories.
Stories. All right, well.
I'm out. Punching out. Thanks,
It kind of makes sense. You can't bash the people, but we're too shallow, Opie, to understand such deep thinking as a concept album.
It's bad to admit that I don't understand a concept album.
I usually don't.
I never really cared.
Things start getting a little too deep in movies and stuff. I start going, uh-oh.
You wanna-
A little bell goes off. I go, uh-oh. I might be confused. They better wrap this up at the end.
Mm-hmm. Do we have Metal by Pink Floyd in the
Metal?
system? You know the song Metal?
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 No.
Meddle, I think is how they spell it. You got that, Travis?
Oh. Travis is looking. I hope you enjoy the live version.
No, I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have
What
it?
the fuck?
What is with the
This fucking master computer sucks.
There's a lot of times they just don't have
Why don't we have that song?
Every Pink Floyd song
Should just be in there.
in the system.
Especially if you have
Everyone.
channels like, I don't know, deep tracks.
Yeah.
That means every Pink Floyd song would work on deep tracks.
What is in the machine that couldn't be
But
in
I'm
there?
sure Deep Tracks even has a playlist like, well, we can't play everything because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even though it's called Deep Tracks. What the fuck? Maybe it's called something else? I think it's called Metal. It's a great riff. Great fucking Floyd song. The Wall is just about Nazi Germany, Anthony.
Metal is their fifth album.
It's all about interpersonal relationships.
Oh, yeah?
It's all about Anthony's life.
Oh.
Well, you do put walls up
That
around
sounds
you.
good. Yes, I do.
You got Metal? A little taste of Metal online? Maybe it's not called Metal.
It says Metal is their fifth album. So is there a song Metal, or is that their album? Album.
Wow. Let me see if
It's Metal, not Metal.
Metal.
Meddle. That's different.
Metal.
Plink Floyd. I said Plink Floyd.
Maybe I fucked up. Is it Fearless? Is there a song called Metal Off Metal? Am I fucked up today?
No, but there is a song called Fearless.
What give me the list of songs on Metal. Maybe we could do this during the break. No one gives a shit.
Well, no, there's
Gives
only
a
6,
shit.
so it'll go quick. One of These Days, A Pillow of Winds, Fearless, San Tropez, Seamus, and Echoes.
What?
Is it Fearless?
What was the one you said before?
Huh? I said 6. Which one?
Sam what?
Huh? San Tropez. You want Fearless?
San Tropez, huh?
What, did I say it wrong?
I'm not saying a word. Say it again.
Nope.
Say the next one, though.
Yeah, say the last track.
Echoes?
No.
Track 5.
Say it again.
Seamus?
Seamus.
You do know that's San Tropez.
I do now.
That's typically pronounced Seamus, right?
Trav dog. You roll.
There's no H in there.
Okay, cool.
The song is Echoes?
Like Trini Lope.
Give me Fearless.
Fearless?
Yeah, give me a little Fearless.
I stink.
It's not Fearless. Fuck. Oh, look, man, give me a break. This is a
piece
song
of
I
it.
haven't thought of in a long time.
Yeah, come on.
One of these days, maybe?
Seamus and San Tropez. Wow, Travis, Jesus Christ.
Give me one of these days. I don't fucking know. I'll have to figure out during the break.
A little breezy, airy sound coming through. I like this.
Does it kick in here?
Well, it says here that one of these days is instrumental. Do you remember if there was lyrics?
That's
This is the biggest Who Gives a Shit break. Yeah, this song I love.
Fucking
Fucking love
man.
this song.
Dude, it's cool,
Dun,
right?
dun, dun. All right, one of these days
Listen
off
to the
metal.
music.
It just builds.
Yeah, this is a good one.
All right, we'll play a little of this going into break. When we get back, let's get into that Larry King thing, all right?
Yes, deeply.
Deeply.
I got to make wee-wees.
Opie and Anthony. Hey, we got cherry darts happening Tuesday, Jimmy. Anthony.
Yes.
And I do believe we still need contestants, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with this? We've done cherry darts in the past. It's a nice party for everybody.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it enough, I think, but it really is a great time. Girls come in and I guess they wear thongs, and their boyfriends or whoever they choose tries to throw a cherry at their anus.
Yes, that's the bullseye.
Which is the bullseye, and the prize is Steven Singer has very generously given us a diamond-encrusted iPad. It's got a WOW logo on it, diamond-encrusted, and that's the prize if you win.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a great gift.
And we have
phenomenal.
We have other prizes and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we do.
And we're gonna have alcohol and drugs, like we usually do.
Of course,
yeah. Plenty of that.
Yes, and we haven't announced this yet, but the winner gets to take my penis head and nuzzle it against their cheek like a small furry animal.
Ooh.
As one would a ferret.
We need couples, I guess. So
yes,
what?
we do.
Danny, we using you? Using your email address?
Yeah, if anybody's interested, they can contact me directly at danny@opieandanthony.com, and I will respond to your inquiries.
Okay.
Your query.
Because E-Rock was going to pull clips. We could play some clips for everybody.
Yeah, just to kind of get people pumped up. So hopefully he could give me a few cherry dart clips.
But E-Rock was very negligent in his duty. He was too busy fucking trying to stretch his Green Day shirt so that it was the neck of a human and the fucking bottom part. He dresses like the Fat Man and the Elephant Man. You remember when he took a shower in the rain? That's a type of shirt. Harry has to wear.
E-Rock.
His shirt's a bit small for his body.
Oh, he's fucking horrendous.
Yeah. I got something for everybody. I don't even know what this is. It's never good when they don't.
God
when
damn
they don't
it! Did
label...
I fuck up again?
What happened?
I meant to say shitbag, and this fucking auto-corrected my Twitter said shotbag.
I hate when that...
I'm not a shotbag.
Dude, I fucking hate when that happens.
But it did it once, and I fixed it.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, no, I did it. I'm sorry. No, I apologize to me. It was the other guy's Twitter. I said, I'm a bag of shit with teeth. But the other guys fucking said, you're not a shotbag. All right, so fuck him. I apologize.
I turned that shit off. I don't need them guessing what word I'm typing. Fuck that.
It helps sometimes, though.
Nah, fuck that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm showing people a picture.
Your big, delicious cock?
They had, they needed a picture of somebody that used to come on the site. That's all.
Oh, all right.
Big, delicious
What
cock
the hell's
ears.
going on then?
Big, fat cock.
All right.
Don't you hate when people put adjectives before your cock?
Yeah. Hate that.
But doctors never do that. Like, you're going to have to, do you mind if I grab a hold of that delicious, firm cock?
Juicy.
Yeah. How come doctors never call your cock plump? Excuse me, you don't mind. I'm going to have to check you for a hernia, so I'm going to lift your suckable cock.
You think they would be fired for that?
Oh, boy, would they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious. Could you please pull out your delicious, suckable, plump cock?
Imagine if you pull your dick out and he goes, wow, your wife is lucky. All right, let me test it for her.
So cherry darts, we need couples.
Yes, we do.
And the prize is a good one. So we got other stuff going on. So just fucking sign up and help us out with a fine broadcast that's going down Tuesday, right?
That'll be like the first sexy thing we've done in this fucking studio with listeners.
Yeah.
This studio has been very difficult to get sexy stuff done in.
Well,
make this sexy.
It did help that they threw us in a box to begin with.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
And said it's temporary. We just want to get you over here in our building, so just deal with the studio we're giving you. I'm like, we don't want this studio. We were forced to take this studio.
Yeah, it would have been
tiny.
nice to have a big studio, but
we can't do shit in here.
Well, you wait until this contract is up and the new one comes. The new studio, I guarantee you, is going to be
what?
Very, very big.
Because they knew better than what we we knew what we wanted, and they had another idea what we wanted, I guess.
Exactly.
Making the best of it, certainly, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we have made the best
After all
of it.
these years in radio, we go back to a tiny studio.
I know.
We've gone above
Our
and
studios were
beyond.
getting bigger and bigger year after year. Now we go back to a tiny fucking place. That makes sense.
Yep.
That's terrific.
That's terrific.
Keep up the good job.
That's terrific.
Keep doing what you do down the hall, because I don't know what it is. Anthony, I got this to play, and it's not labeled, which isn't a good...
Oh, shit.
It's not a good sign.
Are you just throwing something cold, as they say? Cold?
I trust the guys.
All right.
And it's not labeled, which means this is a doozy.
Oh, boy.
we? How old
Wow.
are we?
Never too.
That was
Never too old.
Yes. That was
Is that one of our guys?
no, that was actually
up, it's one of our
Steve
guys?
speaking at the staff meeting. No, that was that's one of
Wow.
that's fucking
That's funny.
that's fucking
Which guy? Which guy?
If you guys had to guess, who would you think it
I
was?
immediately
I would go with
say
you.
D-Boy.
Why would you go D-Boy? I would go Danny.
I know the
second on
secrets of D-Boy, and that is one of his deep dark secrets.
that's a fucking that's a black label alcohol shit.
It's fantastic.
That's the type of shit you take while you're holding a bucket in your lap just in case. You know that kind of shit where you're like, and you piss straight out as your body arches. That was a fucking horrible shit.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
Wow, his chick must
Amazing.
never eat his ass.
There he is.
D-Boy!
D-Boy, what was happening there?
Food poisoning, I think.
Wow.
Poisoning.
What was the food, you think?
I think I made like steak like the night before,
Yeah.
and I think it was like a day old or something, and just fucking.
Just had a little,
What, did you not cook it?
bacteria.
No, I cooked it all the way
right,
through.
raw.
I just that I
Did
guess.
you puke
No, I just had awful stomach pains for like the last 2 days.
and shit a lot?
Yeah.
There was a lot of build up there, a lot of like air.
Yeah.
Yeah, helping things along.
Yes. Yes.
Bob in California. Oh my God, I was listening to that in my Bluetooth headset while my boss was talking to me about a project I'm working on. That's what's great about these apps.
Oh, I know.
You
Yeah.
can have the Bluetooth in your ear, like I'm just waiting for an important call, and you can listen to the
Listen
Oh,
to
you
the
can?
show, looking
you can.
right at the boss.
looking at the boss like there's nothing. I'm not listening to nothing.
I didn't know that.
I'm just ready for phone calls, boss.
Right, ready for
A
work.
lot of people are doing that. They're
Oh, dude, that's
Bluetoothing
fucking
the
genius.
motherfucker out of this show.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a little food poisoning by
Fucking
D-Boy.
A.
I thought I'd just share that with you guys.
That was D-Boy's opinion of Lionsgate movies, by
Yes.
the way. Yes.
Absolutely.
He hates them.
That was his impression of them.
Yes, his impression of every Lionsgate movie.
That was really good.
That was a terrible fucking gurgling
Wow.
shit.
That
I
was
missed
there
a lot,
any
too.
was there any burning?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like but the burn is bad.
Derek doesn't really play off his excitement that he shows us to you guys because when he recorded that, it was like the first thing. He's like, he comes running in all excited from the bathroom. He's like, dude, you gotta listen to this. You gotta listen to this. Like it's
What'd you
Christmas.
Hold, you hold the phone by your fucking bag?
Yeah. The Apple phone is great for picking shit up. Like
Oh,
that.
right, because
Yeah.
the mic's right down there.
Right
and-
there. It
just
oh,
works
wow.
perfectly.
You got to
Apple
watch out.
phone.
You drop that
I
in
know.
there. That thing is not coming
gone.
out.
It's not covered by Apple Care.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the story about how you pissed on your Xbox headset?
I don't even remember how that happened.
Derek likes bringing his Xbox headset and controller into the bathroom with him.
Right.
when
I've
we're
been
playing
privy.
Call of
I've been
Duty.
privy to that one. Yeah.
And what? It fell in. While
Yeah,
you were
like
taking
I was taking a leak and I was talking to him and it just fell off and it just went blank. Like you couldn't hear me for like the next hour.
Had to dry out.
Right on.
God damn.
Sticking with the
that's great.
same subject, Rahm Emanuel. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Yeah. He did this on TV very recently. Charlie Rose, I believe.
And we don't have an energy policy that keeps our dependence on the Mideast. And we don't create a new industry here of green technology and green jobs. Those are the challenges that he's met head on. And I believe when this year's up, you'll see he's made progress on all four of them.
Democratic Party in trouble in the election coming up.
Yeah, it's got challenges.
They don't even acknowledge.
How would fucking Charlie Rose not acknowledge that?
Yeah, but
That's a good one.
But it threw Charlie Rose off. You hear?
Yeah. They all
fell
they
apart.
both kind of like are a little flustered for a
Listen to
second.
the end.
We'll see he's made progress on all four of them.
Democratic Party in trouble in the election
It's
coming up.
got challenges.
Wow. Yeah, he got thrown for a loop there.
How would he not address that?
That's so funny.
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, back to D-Boy shit before you leave, D-Boy.
Oh.
Little observation from Dan in Jersey. Dan, go ahead.
Dan.
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I heard that shit. I thought I was listening to Rush, and it was like a Neil Peart drum solo.
It did sound like a drum solo. There were a bunch of different parts to it and everything.
It's fucking YYZ.
A little build up, a crescendo.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we got to get into this Larry King thing. So we got the Cherry Darts info out. You gave out the email, right, Danny?
Yeah, let's give it out again. If you guys are interested out there for playing Cherry Darts, give me a buzz at danny@opieandanthony.com.
You know, it's very festive atmosphere. It's a lot of fun. You get a good prize. It's just fun to be part of the program and hang out.
And try to. You have to have your calls in by today. I think it'll be emails by today or tomorrow, preferred.
Yeah, and don't forget, you're gonna win one of these modern marvels of technology.
Yes,
an Apple iPad.
The iPad,
customized with diamonds from Steven Singer,
and bejeweled. It's bejeweled.
All right. We're all talk.
Yeah?
It's Earth Day today.
Yeah, I heard that on the way in.
Weren't we supposed to fuck the Earth today? Weren't we supposed to dig holes and just have sex
we were
with the
gonna
Earth?
fuck the Earth, right?
Remember that bit we were gonna start?
Last year we said that because we missed Earth Day, and then we said, well, we could do it when we get home and make videos.
You want to make
and
videos
put them up on YouTube? Is it supposed to be rainy? Because I want it a little muddy. I want to get it mine in a nice big mud hole.
Well, if you're gonna fuck the Earth, you want it moist.
Yeah, you need it a little muddy.
Yeah, muddy.
Yeah, right in that mud hole.
Well, with all the earthquakes and volcanoes, we ought to just drill a hole and drop a couple Lexapro in. The Earth's really freaking out.
Is this hippie Jimmy?
It's just me.
Druggy Jimmy?
Tired Jimmy.
Tired Jimmy? Yeah, I thought so.
Bombing Jimmy. Swinging and missing Jimmy. Poof.
I thought, or they said Earth Day was when it was made.
40 years ago?
Yeah.
40th anniversary today? Is that
People
true?
spelt doom and gloom for the Earth well before 2010. So apparently those dumb hippies were wrong. Because everything seems to be pretty hunky-dory.
Yeah, but they brought attention to what we were doing to the Earth, and now because
I don't think they did.
Because of that, the Earth is better.
I think it's just technology got a little better and cleaner and more efficient.
The Earth is more gooder.
More efficient.
More gooder and
That's
stuff.
what I think. I don't think hippies did anything.
Speaking of Earth,
stink.
Somebody suggested yesterday on the History Channel, which is the Hitler Channel, but I actually watched the History Channel yesterday.
It's the Hitler Channel.
And it had no Hitler stuff. It had the volcanoes of Iceland. And one of our fine listeners said, you got to check that out. And I did. And I want to thank that person, wherever you are, for turning me on to that fine show. You should check it out for yourself. Too long to get into now, but wow, Iceland is a fucking whacked out place with the volcanoes. Amazing.
Volcanoes and ice.
Huh?
Volcanoes and ice. Just
yeah. Well, they explain how with the glaciers melting, because the ice is kind of holding back some eruptions, kind of.
Yeah. Little weight of the ice is keeping everything packed down.
Kind of keeping everything packed down, and as the ice continues to melt, they're expecting, I don't know when, I don't know if it's in our lifetime or not, but just massive eruptions because the ice is not going to be able to hold it back anymore. Yeah, that was one of the things you learned.
I don't think in 1,000 years we could pump out as much exhaust as came out of those fucking volcanoes, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
the Earth pollutes its own fucking atmosphere.
Well, there was an eruption back in 1783 that they basically said caused millions of deaths around the world and caused the French Revolution because now everyone's like, their way of life is all fucked up. So basically they're saying was one of the causes for the war.
Really?
And we had horrible winters 3 years in a row because of all the sulfuric acid that was released from this eruption.
See?
And it was like a red glow.
Wow.
And it was like preventing the sun from warming the earth to where it wanted to warm the earth to. Making it very, very, very cold around the world, which caused all sorts of fucking problems. Yeah, and they say that will definitely happen again.
But you notice Al Gore is not answering any questions about this fucking mess with global warming?
I know.
This fucking pussy, this pussy is avoiding every reporter that sticks a mic in his fucking fat face.
Oh, when everybody was buying his shit, he was out there every day.
Wow.
And now that there's been some papers that have come out that scientists were keeping little secrets that it might not be as bad as they've been saying, Al Gore doesn't want to fucking talk now.
Yeah, why aren't they killing him in the media, man? Like,
why?
He really should be forced to, again, whether he's right or wrong, why isn't he at least defending himself? I mean, like Rahm Emanuel said.
Let me go to Justin in Tampa. Yeah, it's a very good question, but it's good business for Al Gore. Al Gore made a lot of money off that crap. Yes, Justin.
Hey,
there was a part of that episode yesterday. Apparently, there's an island like 20 miles off of Iceland that's less than 40 or 50 years old.
Yeah, I was telling Anthony
about video
about
footage of it actually forming.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was telling Anthony about that this morning. So, yeah, the volcanoes of Iceland. It's really worth watching on the History Channel. Basically, I think it was 1963. There was an eruption 20 miles off the coast.
Yeah.
And they watched an island form in front of their eyes. And I think, obviously, they had to wait a few months. So it was early 64 at this point. They actually took boats out there to check out shit was coming out of this where it formed an island.
How big was the island? Like big enough to hang out on? Or
3 feet by 2 feet.
Yeah,
it's
very small.
That's a good island if you want to build a kiosk.
Is that footage online on YouTube?
Sorry, what?
It's the eruption of 1963 in Iceland, I believe.
Yeah, it built an island.
And it's made an actual island 20 miles off the coast.
And they got there, and there was already a little man selling trinkets.
Oh.
Happy Earth
Day. His name was Ben.
He steered the island around.
Drove it around.
Yeah, it's the Lost Island.
Ben driving the island around could be the funniest thing you've ever done with Lost Jimmy.
Oh, he's beeping the horn. And
Meep.
He's in traffic. Hey, are you caught up?
Yeah, I watched. I DVR'd it, so I watched it last night.
That Zoe's lips are fucking terrible. She stinks.
I can't stand. You know what she reminds me of? Whenever The Sopranos were on and they went to a Melfi scene.
Yes.
A Dr. Melfi scene. Whenever she pops on the screen, I just go, "Oh, get off. You're not interesting. You're not good to look at." I hate her voice.
She's terrible.
And she's nothing to this story.
She's nothing.
They could eliminate her immediately, and you would not know the difference.
And her acting stinks.
Terrible. Wow, that was very.
Look at this. So a little
primeval.
A little piece of the eruption, pops above the surface of the.
And it made that.
And made that. Yes, you could go on YouTube. Volcanic activity, the formation of Surtsey, I believe is how you say it. Surtsey.
Oh, that's the island right there?
That's the fucking island, 20 miles off the coast of Iceland that they watched form in 1963.
How come they don't show it popping up from the ocean? Or they didn't
did. It was you guys were talking about.
How come it looks like it's got?
Let me see the beginning of the clip, young Dan.
A lot of erosion on it. You wouldn't think you'd see that.
Beginning of the clip is a little piece pops up, and then the lava just starts fucking pouring out of this thing, and it formed the island.
A little nugget.
And I don't know how big the island is, but it's pretty fucking big.
It looked pretty big, like not huge, but.
Oh yeah, that's nothing right there.
You would take a nice bike ride around it.
Not that you would. It's all lava.
Oh well, no.
That
Your tires would burn off.
Oh, absolutely. Very hot.
You stop taking a piss, your feet would be gone.
You need a lot of water.
And then it formed that. What the fuck? That nature is fucked up.
Now people go on it, or is it still hot?
Oh no, they could go on it.
Still hot.
I don't know. 20 years for lava.
I know exactly.
40 years ago.
I'm just laughing because it sounds
46, 7, something like that.
Well, what do they do on the island now?
I don't know. They probably nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like the moon.
Good program to check out, though. It's on the History Channel.
Yes.
There's a lot more to it, but
I have a volcano in my apartment.
Do you?
It's in my closet.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you keep your clothes?
It's got lava on them.
Do you have lava? Lava stains?
I wonder how close lava gets to you before you have to back up.
I would think it could be pretty far away and you'd be pretty warm.
Like if you get within 10 feet of lava, you have to back the fuck up.
I would think 10 feet's pretty goddamn close to lava.
That's cool.
Wow, look at that.
How fucked up is that?
It's like here, it's a new island.
Here you go. Just popping up.
Here you go, peeps.
Fuck, nature's going to get us in the end, huh, Ant?
Oh, always. Always wins. Nature always wins.
Yeah.
There's a smoking bunch of fucking matter in the water, and we're going to wind up living on it.
That's pretty fucked up.
You know why we don't have ancient civilizations in the United States area, whatever?
Why?
Because that fucking thing in Yellowstone Park was blowing everything up.
That thing blew everybody up.
And then we have to start over.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it was the big giant meteor that hit.
That fucked it up?
Off the Yucatan Peninsula.
Why is it that the rest of the world have ancient civilizations that they go way the fuck back, and where we live in the United States, we can't go back that far? Why?
Well, because they say where life started, and then you have where.
But how do we know that? How do we know that for sure? Why wouldn't there be life on the entire Earth, and then something catastrophic
it had to pop up somewhere?
Catastrophic had to happen. It should be popping up everywhere.
Well, no, because like you have the ideal situation and circumstance in one place, and that's what happened.
You think that's what it is?
Apparently, it was in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had, the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia.
Mm-hmm.
And then things kind of spread out from there.
You think it's as simple as that?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah.
And then I think that's why we don't really
Why
have
do we
a
only
lot
go
of-
back to engines? And they obviously were really stupid.
Yeah.
Because they gave away everything.
Oh,
so they weren't
God.
that smart.
Dummies.
Oh, here's
How about a
Manhattan
wheel?
for a fucking shiny thing.
Oh, I know.
Smart business.
See that thing you're dragging behind your horse? How about you put 2 wheels on it? Make it a little easier for your horse.
Ted the Indian just gave up Manhattan.
What do you give me for this hunk of land? Do you have a trinket, please? Something shiny.
Ted the Indian, look, I'm throwing garbage at your feet.
Oh, God! I'm going to laugh!
Why?
Why are you stopping the commercial shoot? Oh, wrong emotion. I'm sorry. I litter a lot. They threw me out of the try. I was Ted the litterer.
A little litter bug.
I was a litter bug.
What do you think?
I love littering.
What do you think of Thanksgiving, Ted the Indian?
I don't like turkeys, Gregory. They make too much noise. They frighten me. When I was a baby, they would peck my genitals in the crib. Uncle Paul would hold the turkey over my genitals.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Let's say hi to Nick in Virginia. Nick.
How you doing, guys, today?
All right, man.
Hi.
Opie, I got an answer for your question. They would have found fossilized remains of humans, especially after something as catastrophic as the Caldera volcano, because all the ash would have buried the remains. So there really were no humans in the United States area.
Well, if what confuses me is if it's such an ideal place, the United States, right? It's it is, right?
It's a wonderful place.
Wonderful climate, wonderful fucking
we
beaches.
can grow all kinds
and
of food here.
You got the nice 4 seasons, which a lot of people enjoy, depending
wonderful.
on what part of the fucking country you live in.
We're the chosen people to live here.
So
by the
why
way.
didn't anyone else figure it out before we did?
The Indians did?
Yeah, but they were stupid. We already went over that.
They sent Europeans couldn't get here. There was a lot of water in the way until they had
They were able to
formidable
get
ships.
Humans were able to get to other places.
Yeah, but over land.
All right, maybe there was a little.
And then a few of I believe some of the Indians are the ones that came from Russia very early on, something like cavemen thing, when it was frozen over Alaska and then into Canada and into the United States, and then they became the American Indian. And but how many people? You're not getting like shiploads of people. You're getting nomadic people. That needed to travel for food and to get out of the chilly weather.
Yeah, see, all the continents were connected. Yeah, we know that. As one, and they drifted apart.
Yeah, but that was well before fucking.
Well, this guy's saying when they were all connected, our part it wasn't populated. Why not? When it was
there weren't people on the fucking planet when the continents.
I know, but
were
whatever it was
together.
that became people, why weren't those things?
I don't know.
In this area,
it wasn't conducive to everything. Probably the climate.
How was the United
life
States? How is our part of that fucking?
No one really knows how life's just sprouted. Like there's evolution and all that, but this thing grew legs and came out of the water and fucking turned into a monkey, and then the monkey turns into people and shit like that. But no one really knows how the fuck that happened. Thank you. No one knows like exactly how that took place and why the chemistry and the climate and everything kind of swirled together and made it work.
You're not suspicious, though.
You think
the United
UFO,
States was
right?
a fucking, come on. It's a beautiful fucking place.
Wonderland.
Compared to the rest of the world, isn't
It's a wonderland.
And what about the fucking ocean fossil shit that they find in, where is it, Montana? There's no ocean there. That's pretty fucked up, too.
Oh, well, there used to be like water
Well,
and
I know,
stuff
that's
all
what
around
they're-
there. A lot of things change over time, But I think it's just that's where life formed and then spread out over the globe slowly. Yeah, that's why you have things like ancient civilizations over there in Europe and the Middle East, and then over here you just got, like you said, a few engines.
A few engines that gave up everything. Jesus.
You're not getting like the Lucy skeleton in
No.
Cleveland.
Well, why not?
You know?
I saw that skeleton.
Did you?
I wanted to kick it over.
Why?
She went, Ricky.
Yes, and then she held the football, and I went to kick it and fell.
Hey, Rick, your wife's a skeleton.
Heart attack while walking in the fucking...
God.
Where was he, in Beverly
Fat
Hills?
Fuck. I think it was at Hollywood and Vine, wasn't he?
His face first in the sewer.
All right, this guy's going to explain everything. Jamie.
Hollywood and clogged vein. It's a reach.
Funny.
Jamie in New Mexico. Jamie?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
Blackwater Draw Site in New Mexico is the first civilization of people in North America.
Oh, yeah?
And what kind of...
Yes, Jimmy.
That was Anthony.
What kind of people were they?
I have no idea. I'm at the Air Force Base out here by it, and they always talk about that's their claim to fame.
Air Force Base?
Yeah,
right. I thought we were playing...
Love you guys.
All right, thanks.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Hate to be a doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas. Oh, do I hate the Doubting Thomas?
No.
Oh, I'm kind of a Doubting Thomas. You have to convince me. Shut up, Thomas.
Exactly.
Oh.
Fucking Thomas had great English muffins, but he didn't believe a word anybody said. Thomas is a cunt.
He doubts everything.
He sure does. I said, I bet I could come all over your muffin and get it in every nook and cranny.
I doubt it.
And then I showed him.
You showed him.
And he ate it.
Did he enjoy it?
Yes, he became Thomas the Mo.
We can clear the lines. We don't have to figure out why.
Clear the field.
We don't need to figure out whys today.
No. We got enough education right there, I think.
Why don't we, yeah, because we got Anthony. He explains it all. Why don't we
make love?
Why don't we do the Larry King thing before we get the Beta Talica?
Are they here?
Beatallica's here, so we got to do our Larry King before we get Beatallica. We have to. So they're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Little Larry.
Huh?
Little Larry.
Yeah. So Larry, where are we at with this Larry thing?
Oh my God! The divorce proceedings between him and his 7th or 8th wife, who the fuck knows? And there's allegations of adultery in the relationship on both parties' parts.
Correct.
Apparently, Larry King had something going with his wife's younger sister, and the wife had something going with the child's baseball coach.
And that guy, who's a very young guy,
Yeah.
I don't know, I would guess early 30s, something like that.
Oh, my God. And compared to Larry, he was probably really fucking slamming her.
Oh, he was probably smashing her pussy into the bottom of the mattress.
Jeez.
Jimmy, could you compare the two cocks? Larry King's cock compared to this young...
Wow.
He looks like kind of a Latin guy, Latin lover.
Uh-oh.
One probably smelled like fairly salty due to athletics and due to athleticism and exercise.
And how was the
other?
Very, very turgid and firm. I bet you she would probably just look at this fucking unclipped dick and just push it down and watch it snap up and hit his fucking firm belly. Whereas Larry's, she would tug on it, and when she tugged it hard enough, his ears would bend.
There was a difference in the boners.
Oh my God, I doubt.
Yeah.
His flew back like a trebuchet when she flipped it down, and Larry's just kind of fucking laid there.
Yeah. She could fucking... Larry's like a slinky. She just wrap it in her fingers like brass knuckles. Fucking his awful cock.
She would put a splint on it just to just have sex.
His cock smells like just old man crotch, like tinkle. And...
So this guy was on Entertainment Tonight. He has no problem with it. He's basically saying, look, man, I fucked Larry's wife, and,
wow.
And I need to tell the world. So.
Now, here's a situation where it's the other way around than we've been used to lately with Tiger Woods and Jesse James and Sandra Bullock, that situation. Here's a guy now that is fucking a celebrity's wife, and he's the one coming out and ratting and saying, yeah, I did this, and giving the gory details and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were blaming these dumb loudmouth bitches for not keeping their mouths shut. And here you go. Here's a guy. So one for the ladies there. One for the ladies.
Well, the coach.
Sometimes sit back needs something to keep you cool. I'm just doing one for the ladies.
What's
like David Lee Roth.
That was David Lee Roth. He did one
ice
for
cream
the ladies.
Man. One for the ladies.
He said one for the ladies.
I'm your ice cream man. Stop it when I'm passing by. Oh, my. Whoa, shut up. Yuck. Talk your way through another tune.
Oh, wait, we get it.
Yeah, I get it. Ice cream man.
What is it? What is he really talking about?
He's got push-ups, too.
I thought he was talking about just ice cream. No.
He's your ice cream man.
What does that mean?
He probably was for a bunch of lactose intolerant women.
That's exactly what she said. That's funny.
What?
Ice cream man, and it starts sounding like fucking D-boys shits.
They're all shitting into their pantyhose in the back of their tennis shorts while the fucking balding ice cream man zips around ruining terrestrial radio. Fucking pompous idiot.
Shit.
Fuck you.
You know what it means.
right.
Ice cream, right? Come, we get it.
Larry King. So the kids' baseball coach talks about the affair on Entertainment Tonight. Here we go. The coach.
Right now, the interview everyone is talking.
We got to listen to the fucking production value of
Right
Entertainment Tonight.
now, the interview everybody's like chung 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 chung.
God, all right, we're
right
watching.
now, the interview everyone is talking about. Hector Panante, the former baseball coach for Larry King's 2 children, on the record about what he calls a sexual affair with Sean King. Tonight, he tells our Samantha Harris the details he has never disclosed before.
Did you have an affair with Larry King's wife?
Yes, I did.
Hector Panante.
Dude, this music is fucking infuriating.
Oh, it's needed, and it helps the piece.
It's just nonstop. We want to grab your attention. We want you to emote through music, not just through our fucking horrid interviewing techniques and shit like that.
Let's not forget also, they say everyone's talking about it. No one's talking about it yet because this was the exclusive. The guy hasn't talked yet.
The statements everyone's talking
about. No, you're playing this for the first time. Remember, you have an exclusive.
The interview everybody in the office has been talking about. Right. Fucking assholes.
Yes, I did.
Hector Panante says he first met Larry and Sean King when he worked at a baseball birthday party for their son Cannon at Dodger Stadium.
And I went to Larry and said, Larry, these kids are real good. I know baseball. I've played it my whole life. Let me work with them.
Larry hired Hector, an aspiring actor who once hoped to join the major leagues to train both his young sons. In this E.T. In Touch exclusive, Hector claims Sean began flirting less than 2 weeks after he was hired.
Flirting? Well, he's really helping his acting career. He's fucking failed at acting and professional baseball. And he wound up stealing the chick from a 76-year-old. What a bag of shit this Hector is. Hope he gets fucking prostate cancer.
Hector.
What a fucking vulture.
Right on,
he stole the girl. He stole the 50-year-old broad from a 76-year-old guy.
Yeah.
What a fucking flop this guy is.
It's like fucking shooting fucking fish in a barrel.
It really
right?
is, with a bigger cock.
Did he have a girl?
I'm sure he has many.
Like he goes home and she wants to sniff his dick. It smells like garlic. He's got Welch's grape juice stains on his balls.
Bet you Larry had a lot of Welch's stains in the back of his undershorts. Can we see what this fucking vulture looks like?
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Yes. I am the Latin lover.
And I said, Larry, let me teach your kids.
Yes.
What a fucking...
Very good, yeah.
Why is Internet Explorer doing that?
Why would it do that, Danny? And it closed the browser down. You're not browsing anymore. That's okay. I'm just browsing. A browser.
Yeah, Dan, let's get back to browsing. What happened?
All right, he'll get back to the browsing.
But Danny, stop browsing.
Well,
I hate this fucking... He wanted to be a professional baseball player. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Wanted to act. You know how bad his acting must be?
Wow, if you hate...
Louis Beans! I'm fucking Larry King's wife.
If you hate him after the first track, you're really going to hate him.
I just hate him because he's a fucking... He's one of these L.A. douchebags who fucking failed at everything. Mm-hmm. Fucking hate those people, man. They fail at everything. And they have to find something they're good at. Apparently fucking.
Fucking.
Well, he continued.
Old men's wives.
Larry was out of town, and I show up at the kids' game, and I kind of felt like I saw her reaction, and then she got a little flirtatious with me, like I could feel her coming on to me. Never forget, she gave me 3 hints that she was ready to go. Number 1 was, when I stayed at Hawaii, there was this beautiful suite, beachfront, that if me and you would have been there, it would have been great. Second one was, there was on our way to the store, we passed by Beverly Hills, and I guess it was a premiere, and she's like, we're gonna look so good on the red carpet, walking together. The third one was we passed Mr. Chow's, and the paparazzis were there, and she's like, the paparazzi, we look so good, and we get all this attention.
And were bells just going ding, 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 this girl wants me?
All 3 at the same time, but I let them all pass. And the fourth one, I'm a man, and I felt that I had to do something. Got her back in the car, and we kind of locked eyes, and then from there, she just started kissing.
He's a handsome guy.
Deport him.
Yeah, he looks like fucking. He looks like the guy that he looks like Paco Moreno.
Yeah.
Isai Morales.
Yes, Isai.
Hopefully, he'll have the same fucking legal troubles. Isai Morales. If you know the problems he's had. It's embarrassing.
Dog shit sniffer from Woodside writes, for a woman, that's like getting banged by A-Rod instead of Don Zimmer. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, this guy is much more handsome.
Yes.
But I fucking hate him.
Well, listen to this clip.
I hate
And the
his
fifth
flirting.
time, her mouth was on my penis, and I said, I think she likes me.
But they were the worst hints. The first time we went to In-N-Out the Burger, and when I came out, she said, you have toilet paper on your shoe, and I knew she wanted to clean my ass with her husband's tie. Fuck this guy. Fuck this creep.
He sucks.
Did you have sex in Larry King's house?
Yes, I did.
Did you have sex in Larry King's bed?
Yes, I did.
Did that kind of creep you out at all?
I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you. I never thought that would be his bed. I never found that awkward because I felt like that was my house. In some weird way, I was there so much.
Jesus. What a dick. When you're fucking spitting gray pubes out, didn't you realize you were in his bed?
Exactly. Yeah. She's fucking, you're banging some 50-year-old lady.
Yeah.
Creepy Little League coach.
You didn't smell old man breath on the pillow?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Larry's
fucking
drool.
You stare over, you got a big rod, and you look over and lose it because there's dentures in fucking a glass on the side of the table.
He's asking if that's cum stains, and she's like, no, that's just Larry's drool.
Yeah.
Drools a lot.
Larry has eye pus come out when he sleeps.
Right. Eye pus and preparation H.
Everything's just leaking out of Larry's body.
She's blowing the guy, and she's fucking his ass with an Emmy. Because her fucking old fingers are too frail to reach his young fucking Latin prostate. She has to shove an Emmy into his rear.
Straps on a dildo with Larry's suspenders. Fucking just does him in the ass. I did not even know.
I hate everyone in this story.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Everyone deserves what they get.
It never crossed your mind that this was a bed that he was going to be sleeping in maybe that same night?
No, never crossed my. Sometimes, to be honest, he was on TV. His show was on while this was happening, and I never crossed my mind.
Wait. Larry King's show was on the TV screen while you were in bed with his wife?
Yes.
In his bed?
Yes.
That's just weird.
He makes her watch the show so that way he can review. Like, he can check up on her, make sure she saw the show, and say, hey, how did I do?
According to Hector, there were some close calls while he was in Larry's bed.
Sometimes, because the boys would sleepwalk, they'd come in the room.
While you were in bed with her?
While I was in bed, so I would like kind of dive off, and I not let them see me or anything like that. Poor kids, and then she'd come, walk them back to bed, and then I come back in bed.
Do you think that the kids knew about your relationship with their mother?
Unfortunately, they did. She let them know.
What the fuck is going on?
That is just a twisted situation.
If that's true.
Oh, Larry is just
see.
emasculated. Not that he was so masculine.
She's sexy, man. Holy shit, I'd fuck her.
She wants a fucking...
She's definitely sexy.
Hispanic dick in her.
Then again, if Larry was fucking her sister, that's also embarrassing.
But who knows if that's true?
I don't know.
There's those allegations until somebody comes out and... Look at him. He's pointing to her like, look at what I get to fuck. Look at what the Little League coach is fucking.
Yeah. Those giant teeth of hers. What big chopper she has.
God damn. He slid into that bed on his cum stains. On the fucking Little League coach's cum stains.
Yeah.
Larry gets into bed. Well, good night, honey. What the hell is this?
She'd have the fucking Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface eye things on, all,
Yeah.
all well fucked. Yeah, her pussy was fuck. Her pussy had a fucking like police tape across it.
What were you eating in here? I feel crumbs in the bed. Oh. That potato flakes. Perfect.
Yeah, there's why is there tortilla chips on the nightstand? And a fucking Enrique Iglesias CD.
Let's say hi to Larry King and find out. Larry!
Oh, Larry's on the phone.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Larry.
Question.
Yes.
Didn't you notice the dentures on side the bed?
You know, it's very rare the first call is that horrible. Yeah.
One more.
And by the way, she should be watching his show. It's like you got $144 million. Just watch the old bag for an hour.
Watch the poor old sot look like a douche.
Yeah, exactly. Watch him ask the wrong questions to the wrong people.
Dummy. No wonder. He was probably so distracted.
He's so distracted.
He's probably so fucking distracted doing those interviews. What am I talking about? I have no clue. My wife's fucking the Little League coach, and I have a date with her sister.
How important is the parachute? It's not, Larry. I'm a fireman.
Stop fucking!
just right into the camera.
I love the image of Larry just staring at the camera. Stop fucking my wife! Just checking. Continue.
How great is that?
Oh, this is
fucking a young Ricardo Montalban is really giving his wife a fucking
Montalban again.
really giving his fucking wife's pussy a savage beating.
Just pounding it.
Jimmy, this one's for you, Eric in Jersey, because you know a little bit about cuckolding. Eric, go ahead.
Good morning, Joe.
Hi. Good morning.
I'm wondering if the young Latin gentleman was the bull and Larry was the cuckold who had to prepare him.
No, I bet you that Larry would fucking would clean her pussy when he came home. He'd probably use his mouth.
God!
He'd probably clean the crime scene with his mouth.
Larry was a virtual cuckold, though. If he was on the TV as they're fucking, he didn't even know. But he's like just sitting there, virtually watching them fuck and being the cuckold.
This guy's a fucking asshole. One more clip from this dude.
Hector says he not only fell in love with Sean, he wanted to marry her.
Did Sean ever talk to you about divorcing Larry?
All the time. She'd tell me, Hector, don't worry, he's gonna die soon. So just stick around, things like that, which to me, nobody wants to hear that.
The affair came to an end, he says, after he told Sean's mother about it. He claims Sean has not spoken to him since then.
You know, I never asked for any of this to happen. Understand? And I wish none of this. I wish we'd be talking about something different. You know, but now that this came out, I have to say my side of the story, because if not, if I don't speak for myself, who is?
Would you take a lie detector test to prove that you had an affair?
Oh, 100%.
I'll tell you who won't be speaking for you. Your fucking acting agent or a Major League Baseball coach. Fucking shithead.
Loser.
Why would he tell her mother?
I know.
Yeah,
Brag to your friends.
He's probably trying to fuck her, too.
Exactly. She's fucking younger than Larry.
I'm fucking your daughter. Why don't you fuck me, too? What? You are angry? Larry. Poor fucking guy. He's just too old to put up with this shit.
Really?
He really is. Just you reach a point where at Larry King's age, you're just come on.
He must be a shit heap, though. If he's went through like 8 wives already.
Yeah, come
he's
on.
gotta be an awful husband.
You know he is. 8 wives? Can't all be their fault.
Exactly.
Just all singing his dumb songs around the house.
Well, let's ask Larry some questions. Larry King.
Start
everyone.
spreading the news. The softball coach is beating my wife's pussy with his big cock. Oh, fuck, I'm saying.
Larry.
Singing Larry songs.
No.
Larry King, go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
When you're done fucking my wife, what did you do with the groceries?
The grocery.
Yeah. Let's go to Larry King on line 5. Larry?
How important is the Grand Slam?
I want to hear more of that song.
I suck.
Start
spreading the news. Come on.
What was that from?
Oh, that was Larry trying to get fucking Snoop Dogg to sing with him. Remember that?
I forget.
Start spreading the news. Come on. I'm leaving today. Come on, idiot.
Snoop wasn't going to be
Fuck
involved.
my wife. I want to be. Come on.
Start spreading her legs.
Can we get that? We got to play that now. Yeah, we played it recently. Maybe you wanted to hear that.
Fuck her with a Little League bat. Hector. Fucking Hector.
How awful is that?
Oh, poor Larry.
Larry was wondering what happened to her vagina, why it used to feel kind of snug. And now it's just, he was losing fucking jewelry and fucking...
As he pushes that marshmallow accordion in there, trying to get it in.
Yeah, he just open it and just drop it in.
Oh.
We got it? All right. Play it, Butcher.
Let's do start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. All right, now that's not rap. But you can make it.
Neither is this.
Right? Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
I'm leaving today.
Come on, I want to be a part of it. Come on. New York, New York. Come on. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps.
Come on, I'm waiting on you. Larry, I'm following your lead. I'm your background. It's
But
the
you
Larry
ain't doing
King
nothing.
Show.
You're hanging me out to dry. You looked at a Jew every time.
How humiliating.
Wow, is that bad? Started spreading the news. I'm a leaving to him. That was rapping.
Believe me, he wanted to say, "Sing, you black bastard! I wanna, come on, boy! I want to be a part of it, boy!" You know, he was
Come on, boy! Come on! I thought you shines always sang. Start spreading the news. I'm a leaving today.
I know your feet are tapping in those pimp boots. I want to be a part of it.
Fucking hey!
What an idiot!
And thank God Snoop didn't fucking buy into that shit.
Snoop, there's no way he was. You have to love him for just sitting there looking at this asshole. Good for Snoop.
Let's say hi to Larry King on line 6. Larry.
God damn.
And this is Larry King.
Yeah.
Is it more important to fuck an old man's wife or cut the grass? Boo.
See, when you're fucking an old man's wife, do you cut the grass before or after? That's how that goes, and that's how you had it, and then you change it when you're on the air. Let's try one more Larry King, Anthony. Larry.
Question.
Yes.
Should a pussy taste like pine tar? Go.
Pine tar.
Let's say hi to Larry on line 7 here. Larry.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
Hey, Larry.
How important is the backdoor slider?
Backdoor slider, a little pitching
Yeah,
reference.
the backdoor slider.
We got it.
Got it. Start spreading the news.
I'm a leaving today. Come
That's humiliating.
For everyone.
Oh, God, was that humiliating?
You think that helps Snoop's street cred?
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He almost had to shoot Larry.
Yeah, he should have busted a cap in him, yo.
Snoop was just, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on and what, Larry?
He wasn't going to rap with
How was he
Larry.
going to jump into that mess? I'm a leaving today.
Oh, that was so terrible.
His wife's hope he's a leaving today. She could fuck the fucking Little League coach. I'm a leaving today. What time, Larry?
Exactly. You need a ride to the airport? Fucking Hector will drive you in his Corolla with gold rims and his name written on the back.
Fucking 3-foot spoiler on the trunk lid.
Exactly. Yes.
Jesus Christ stencils on his headlights.
Exactly. Religious statues all over the place.
And a giant uncut cock in his lap.
Yeah. And 2 big fuzzy dice, which could be balls. Nobody knows. His fur dashboard.
All right, we got to take a break. We got Beatallica coming in next. Play some shit for us.
Nice.
Studio set up. It's very crowded in here. You
Hope
bring
they
one
can start spreading the news. Come on.
to the Beatallica stuff?
Yes.
They put one soundboard in here, and then we're fucking crowded. Jesus.
I know.
Thanks for
It's
the
not like the
space,
old days.
Sirius XM. We really appreciate it.
Like the old days.
We'll get them in here now.
Good morning. Thanks for calling Radio Shack. My name is Danny. How can I help you?
I used to have the thing on my TV where you can download shit from, like through, the air, satellite.
Like Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, whatever. Here's the thing. But, that's not working now because...
This is Radio Shack. Do you need, like, an AC adapter?
Maybe get somebody to come over and fix it.
Well, this is Radio Shack, so we don't really do that.
Oh.
We sell products.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm not supposed to do this, but, did you get into your router settings and take a look in there?
Okay, so it's right here. So what are you saying?
Like, just look into your router settings.
Okay, so I log in. I find this shit right here.
Yeah, exactly, right. So get in there and then, make sure that your Wi-Fi is enabled.
But where do you fucking wire it into?
Well, it should just be wired right from your cable modem. It should just be right in there.
Yeah. Why? How do you know that?
Because that's just how it works.
Are you talking about the hot, the heavy, thick wire you're talking about?
You mean like a Cat5?
You're talking about
Ethernet cable?
Yeah, I think they call them hot wires.
Firewire?
Firewire.
Dude, do you need like a universal AC adapter or a soldering iron?
What's that?
Dude, let me just get back to work, man. Like, can you open a browser and get to the web?
So it's wireless. It's a wireless connection.
Yeah, it's wireless. It's a wireless connection. Are you on the web?
Okay, so now...
Can you go to a website? Can you do that?
You hook it up, okay?
Are you listening? Are you listening to me? Can you open a browser and go to your homepage?
Is it that easy?
Yes!
Click. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I see it. Jeez. Bingo. We have a winner. Is that it? Is that it for good? Am I set for life?
Yeah, that's it, dude. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, man, no problem, dude.
There were some other tech questions I needed. Oh, Facebook.
No.
I'm up to my limit of friends.
No, if you want a cordless phone or some LEDs,
I'm up to my limit of friends, 5,000.
I'm not helping you.
I think somebody set up a fan page.
I'm hanging up.
How do I get people to go there instead of sending me friend requests?
So you're starting a family, and you've got a million questions, as any new parent would. Thanks to the Nicey Nice Network, you'll get the answers you need.
All right, let's not play the modern-day father, okay?
Andrew Dice Clay will set you straight on how to allocate all of those pesky parenting responsibilities. You stay right there.
When the kid is born, let her do, meaning your wife, what she's supposed to do. You know what I mean? You could stand there and watch and applaud and go, you're doing a very good job. They do the diapering. They're like numb to that shit.
Occasionally, there will be those pesky late-night inconveniences.
A mother knows how to shut them up. A father does not.
But that's not your problem.
When the baby cries in the middle of the night, I make it simple. You turn on your side, 2 feet against her. You start edging her towards the bed. She'll know it's not the edge anymore when she goes over. And she gets up and she'll go, what the fuck? And you say one word. Don't make it a conversation. Diaper. And that's it.
Eventually, your partner will need a break. But be sure to keep her on a short leash.
Babies could sense when the father is watching them.
Because if you don't, well, just listen to Dice.
Because when she goes, I just want to go to the gym and work out, and then you'll get the call, you know what? I ran into Sarah. She wants to get a little lunch. Is that a... And what are you going to do? You go, all right, honey, go ahead. Next thing you know, Sarah wants to have dinner with her. We're having a glass of wine at some fucking shit bar. Next thing you know, it's 1 in the morning. You're ripping the hair out of your fucking head. Here comes this fucking sloppy, drunk fucking animal. And she's going, what's the matter? I take care of the baby every day. You can't watch the baby for a few hours. And you said you're going to the fucking gym. That's what you fucking told me. You understand that? And you leave me here, you know I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Baby's crying since you walked out of the fucking door. Next thing you know, you're paying a half for what you got. Prenup or not, they get fucking paid the minute babies start flying out of there.
Parenting Tips with Andrew Dice Clay.
I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at.
Now available from the Nicey Nice Network.
Your job is to go, and you leave.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus Sirius XM.
Hey, we got Beatallica in the studio, Anthony.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
How's everybody doing?
Good morning. It seems to work. Damn. I'm amazed things work. So far.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Nah, yeah, right? It's rare. Sound guy going crazy over there. So where the hell are you guys from?
Unfortunately, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, we apologize for that.
That's all right. Someone's got to be from there, I guess. Yeah.
Who came up with the idea? Who came up with the idea?
Happy accident.
Happy accident.
Everything is good with a happy accident. You know, it was an April Fool's sort of spoof hoax type of thing we did at a party. Handed out some MP3s, got onto the internet, and the rest is history. You know.
Damn. Just from fucking around a little bit.
Basically.
Yeah.
Drinking some beers.
Yeah.
No, that
ain't bad.
That's a weed idea, not a beer idea.
So it's kind of like almost a parody you were doing, and
well, it is a beer idea because we're Sergeant Hetfield's Motor Breath pub band. So of course it's a beer idea. We're from Milwaukee, man. It's got to be a beer idea, you know.
Of course it is.
But I mean,
sure
as far
there's
as
a little bit of weed involved.
Yeah, as far as like parody or satire or whatever, that's a whole hairy legal issue I can't even get into in like 3 minutes, man.
I bet. Jesus, that's good. It's nice to see like guys making music and getting careers out of it.
Do you guys actually?
I did.
Yeah, you actually you draw an audience when you do gigs. Like people know who you are. Like you actually have a fan base.
Oh yeah. I mean, we this is the second full length. Masterful Mystery Tour is the second full length. We've done like 10 Euro tours. Wow. A bunch of times around U.S. and everything like that. So sure.
Was it like a hybrid of Metallica and the Beatles? I mean, obviously, but are you actually being true to either one of them or both of them, or just kind of mixing it in your own, like making up lyrics, or how are you working it?
All of that.
Okay.
All of that. I mean, we add our own stuff. You know, we mess with it, bastardize it as much as we can, But there's always going to be that influence, man, because you want to appeal to that audience, that listener, and everything.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, you sound just like Hetfield too, man.
Do I talk like Hetfield, like my voice?
No. Well, we played some of your stuff during the breaks and stuff, just to familiarize ourselves.
Yeah,
and your fucking vocal, you sound just like James Hetfield.
But every now and then I can just kind of change it up and just talk like Laws whenever I want to. It just kind of depends what project
not so
we're
much.
doing.
That was...
Ooh. The hell was that?
Well, you want them to
nice.
play or what?
Of course. That's what they're here for, yeah.
What do you got for us?
All right, Cliff, introduce this one. I'll count it off.
This one's known as the Masterful Mystery Tour.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Campfire.
Right. It's weird too because you don't know what to focus on, Beatles or Metallica. It's like you're listening to one and then then it goes back into Metallica. It's hard. You don't know which to focus on. But it's good, man. It's really
That's the idea, man.
Yeah.
It's a learning. We're like the Fat Albert of heavy metal. If you're not careful, you just might learn something.
Is it easy to transform the songs? It's pretty easy. You just get in the studio.
Depends
and
on the tune. Eh?
Depends on how much we've had to drink.
Yeah.
I can pass things by a lot better if I crack open some beers for these guys and say, "Yeah,
believe me,
taste this."
Cliff actually is
feel that.
He's an excellent home brewer. He really, really is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You make your own beer?
Yeah, Utility
Sink
it's
available.
IPA.
It's available in stores.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper in your basement, man.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah, save some money.
Yeah.
Like $1 a pint.
Cool. Oh, by the way, I got to say that. Keith, need a new Bud Light keg. Stat. There. We ran out last night. We were celebrating our new purchases.
But I thought that's way to celebrate a new gun purchase.
I thought the drinking
run out of alcohol.
I thought the drinking during the week was weighed out.
3 glasses of beer.
Oh.
That's it. That was
wow.
it.
Yes.
In one
that
night.
was it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those glasses that fucking in the Pocono Hotel so he uses a tub. He's an alcoholic.
I like how you have to say that.
What is your what would you guys say is the biggest song you have, or the biggest like the most popular one?
Actually, the next one that we could do is one of the old MP3s that we had, and it's on this Masterful Mystery Tour CD that we have out. A tune called "I Want to Choke Your Band."
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. Yeah. I see where this one came from. I can figure it out.
You do sound like Hetfield, too, very much.
Right on. That's the idea.
Yeah.
It better sound like Hetfield than to sound like, if I was trying to sound like
or that one. Just Beatles.
Have you gotten any feedback from either representative? I mean, obviously not the Beatles, but have you gotten any from either of the bands?
Oh, yeah. Metallica's 100% behind us.
Oh, they like it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we hung out with those guys. It was great.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
How about...
Do you have to pay them?
No, not at all. Whatever we want to use from them, zero.
Lars likes his cut, Lars enjoys his cut.
Well, Lars doesn't know. They kind of kept him out of the loop.
And nothing from the Beatles side?
No.
Not personally.
Okay.
It's too many lines.
Just some suits.
Yeah. Get a couple of C&Ds. Yeah, knock it off.
We have our people talk to their people who talk to their people.
Yeah.
Oh.
The rule, like you said earlier, the rules of parody can keep lawyers chatting for a while.
I'm just a guitar player and a singer in a band, dude.
That's it.
That's my job.
Leave the legality. The people with absolutely no talent whatsoever. That's what I say.
Well, why don't we play another one then here?
All right, so choke.
Right. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, I tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna choke your band. I wanna choke your band. I wanna choke your band. You'll say, please don't tread on me. No, well I'm a pissed off man. But CC, no mercy, 'cause he's in a hairband. Oh, let me choke your band. I wanna choke your band. When I punch you, I feel happy. Inside, it's just a feeling. Let the light turn it right, light it right, light it right. Yeah, here's your warning. Take your plan now, Warren. Day by morning, I wanna choke that band. I wanna choke your band. I wanna choke your band. When I punch you, I feel happy inside. It's just the blowing of your blood. You can hide. You can hide. You can hide. Here's your warning. I will take your glam. Now Warren's no longer roaring. I want to choke that band. I want to choke your band. I want to choke your band. I want to choke your band. Hose of band. Yeah.
We got to get now. You guys, you guys have to do the imitation. You guys sound like Hetfield?
No, not like that.
Give it a try, man. Just try. Give me a ooh.
Not this early in the morning. I don't even know how you're doing it. I don't even know how you're doing
Act like
it.
you're pinching one out.
I sound more like Cliff Burton.
Like Larry King. Started spreading the news.
The news.
I'm believing today. Yeah.
He actually does a good Hetfield. Anthony's shy.
Shut up. I do
He really
not.
does.
Come on, man.
He
I
really does.
I don't.
No, he's-
Jimmy, I'm going to shove your face in your salad.
It would only help.
I'm gonna fucking.
Hey,
let me toss that for you.
We got kids outside the studio.
Oh, look, what's going on?
It's bring your
Bunch of lies.
Was it? Oh, Uncle Paul. Wow, it really is Uncle Paul heaven.
Why would they bring kids by our studio?
I don't know.
Are
It's,
they insane?
We attract a very
everybody.
diverse demographic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's everybody?
They're,
Uncle Paul, you know any of those
I
kids out
sure
there?
do. Hi, TJ. what are they doing?
It's bring your kid to work
Is that
day.
what this is?
I think so.
Yeah. my God.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He's going out to say hi. Class trip.
What does
Jimmy's asking what's a
does Jimmy
class
care?
trip.
I think he really did recognize one, and he's panicking.
Is that one mine?
Yeah, it was. It was bring your kids to work.
Yeah, all right.
That girl is going to be stunning. Holy shit.
Jesus, Anthony.
What? You can tell. You can just tell.
She's 11.
You can tell.
You can totally
I'm just saying you can tell. I'm not saying right now I'm running down the hallway. There's laws. But I'm just saying you can tell that that's, Look, everybody's, there were
Someday
countdown
she'll be
clocks
working at
for
the Cheetah Club,
Exactly. Thank you, drummer guy. What's your name? What's your...
Gary Glitter.
Very good.
Whatever works.
Exactly.
We're set
I
up.
hear
We
ya.
should have him play another one.
Of course.
How do they get your music?
Of course.
You got what's the easiest way?
Well, we're at Beatallica.org, and of course,
Oh, you got the .org.
For some reason, we
What
got
happened?
labeled as like a state agricultural website. I don't know what. I think it has to do
Well,
with
that's
Cliff's.
good.
What
certain.
happened? Who's got .com on that
They're
one?
probably doing
Friend
some
of ours
kind
in
tax
Frisco.
shit.
It links up. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
.com,
Facebook.com, Beatallica, MySpace, Beatallica, Twitter, Beatallica, all that stuff. You can get the CD on our site. Also, Amazon.com. It's out in stores, whether it be indie stores up to Best Buys, whatever. And also come to shows.
Any local shows?
Yeah, tonight, Long Island.
Where?
Playing at the Vibe Lounge, Rockville Center. We're playing the Delancey on Saturday, which would be a pretty cool one. And then we're doing an in-store appearance back on Long Island at Looney Tunes. And we've been there before, our little indie record store. So, so we're around here, man, in the boroughs and stuff, so that's all good.
All right, let's play another one, man. It's Beatallica.
All right, so we're going to do we did a video for this one where Gerg Dry, our lead player, wore his underwear on the outside of his pants, and Ringo Lars wore a bone helmet. You can check that out. It's very it's hot. This
Very
one's called
well-made YouTube video.
Yeah, Hero of the Day Tripper is this one.
Although they try to break me, got a good reason for taking the wicked way out. Got a good reason.
Yeah, Metallica. I like your logo too. Who drew that up?
Metallica.
Yeah, that pretty much.
Just added a letter or two to that.
Yes.
So.
Boy,
Instead of an M, it's a B.
Yeah, right.
Really?
It's like Letterman. You know what I mean?
Lucky for you guys, they're kind of into it. You know, that would suck if they really came down on you guys.
We actually keep in touch with them on a regular basis for all
Maybe
that
they're waiting
stuff.
for you to make some cash so they could take it away.
Yeah.
No, we're waiting for them to make some cash so they can invite us on tour.
I don't think they have
Oh,
anything to worry about.
That's our goal.
They don't have anything to worry about.
That would be a kind of cool opening band to have, right? Metallica.
Yeah, they would be great if they opened up for us, man. That'd be awesome.
Oh, damn. Now you're reaching a
You
little.
guys do anything with I Am the Walrus?
You know, we
haven't been able to figure that one out
Well,
yet?
the thing is, we always have a list of tunes that we're going to be working on.
Yeah.
And they have to get submitted for clearance. And we just submitted a whole nother big list.
Who has to clear them?
Licensors of Beatles catalog.
Oh, my gosh.
But the Metallica side is cool. We can choose whatever we want. But there's so many hands in the pie when it comes to the Beatles. It's like we submit titles. We give them semi-works in progress, and then they get decided upon. We have tunes that we actually finished for the Masterful Mystery Tour CD, for like 4 of them. They weren't allowed on the CD. They said no.
Ooh,
really? But some they're saying yes to.
Yes.
That doesn't make
Different
sense.
licensors.
Yeah, it's different people.
It all depends on who owns what's.
Oh my God, that sounds exhausting.
What a morass.
It's a quagmire.
That's why we don't. That's why we don't deal with it, man.
Trying
We have
to
other
play
people
some fun music
Really?
and everything. Yeah,
What a
the
surprise!
fuck, man?
Lawyers getting involved again.
Of course.
They have to get involved with everything.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, another little kid outside the studio, Uncle Paul.
Oh, hi.
Uncle Paul, you know who that is?
Hello.
Who's that, Uncle Paul?
That's Barry.
You like Barry?
I do.
Uncle Paul does this on the street all the time.
He's a fast runner.
when we're walking to the parking garage, Uncle Paul will just be like, "Hi, Tiffany."
Yeah. Hello, TJ.
Just any little kid that passes by. Hi, Daphne.
Well, Metallica, you can see them tonight. You guys are playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tonight,
Okay.
Vibe Lounge, Long Island, Rockville Center. Yeah, Saturday, the Delancey. That's
Where's
Saturday
that?
the 24th.
Hey
at
man,
the
we're
Delancey.
on in Philly too. I see a Philly thing.
Yeah,
here.
we're doing North Star. That's right, North Star in Philly on Friday.
Tomorrow
That's
night.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So then Saturday, the Delancey. Sunday, we're getting back out to Harrisburg, and then Monday we come back to Long Island for the Looney Tunes in-store. It's like a special in-store appearance, Q&A, meet and greet. We've been to Looney Tunes before the fire, and now we're going back, so that'll be pretty cool.
There was a fire. What happened?
It burned.
It
down.
burned.
Oh, wow.
Of course. Good question, Jim.
It's usually what happens when there's a fire.
Well, I think we should wrap this up with Ant doing his Hetfield. I mean, you do a good Hetfield.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not doing it.
Try
tonight.
to fucking make me look silly because I don't do one.
I'll do Lars.
Why don't
You do
one?
James.
Why don't you do one?
I'll do one after you.
No, you do one first. But it's
Yeah.
got to be real.
All right.
You got to get up there and fucking
I can't get up there.
sing it. Yeah.
Here we go. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey.
Awesome.
Oh,
Come on!
That was good.
You can do better than that, man. Come on!
I can't. I got a bad throat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like the most pathetic James impersonation I've ever heard in my entire life, man. I think you need to kind of step it up your game.
It's
a little
fucking
bit.
good. It sounds just like Kirk.
Sounds just like Kirk Hammett, right?
All right. Well, tonight.
Oh yeah, they got their and
Metallica.
Metallica.org, right?
Yeah. And get onto Facebook, become a fan.
Sure.
We'll tweet you.
You guys still
that's
live?
weird.
You still live in fucking
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, or you relocate? Yeah, still home base.
Still is home base.
Still home base, huh?
You know Miller Beer? I'm 6 blocks from it.
Oh man, that's a. Well, I'm
Now you
kind
know
of
why
a
I make
Bud
my
guy,
own.
but that's
know,
good.
You've
Really?
You've had it with Miller Beer, right?
Yeah, Miller Coors. They're a conglomeration now.
Where do you get your hops? Where do you get
I
your
grow
hops?
them, as a matter of fact.
No, you don't grow hops.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Sure. They grow up a pole, 15 feet in the air.
They look like kind of like buds, right?
A little
like
bit,
weed,
yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit.
You grow your own hops.
Sure.
Wow, this guy is really a beer maker.
What's the name of your beer?
McBurtney's Brew.
Why
I mean,
the
there's
name?
different brands.
Why the? Is
There's
that-
the Utility Sink IPA, the Grandpa Lenfield Irish Stout.
Where'd you
and
come up with
many
the name?
more.
Clock.
What's that?
Where's
McBurtney's
his name?
Brew. That's
Yeah.
my name.
Oh, it is. Oh, you're Irish.
Cliff McBurtney. Actually, I hail from Orkney.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. Wow. Land of 100,000 welcomes is what I hear Ireland is. You ever been back there?
No, Orkney's in Scotland, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well,
but,
fuck me running. No idea.
I try to get to Islay in Scotland all the time. That's where all the good Scotch comes from.
Boy, you like your drinking.
Yeah, well, you know.
like
I
this
hear
guy.
you do, too.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do tip a few.
Right on. Cheers.
Hey, doesn't E-Rock do a great James Hetfield?
He does, but he won't do it.
Why won't... Can we get E-Rock to do his Hetfield for the guys?
Yeah, E-Rock really does a good one. I've heard him.
Huge fucking Metallica fan. Probably the biggest Metallica fan.
Is he wearing a Metallica shirt today, too?
I decided on Green Day, which is weird.
What the hell is that?
That's not...
Look at him attempting to run. Oh, my God. Seismographs are going crazy all over the globe.
Right. E-Rock, I was just bragging to these guys how great your James Hetfield is.
Come on, Jimmy.
Awesome. Bust it out, dude.
Yeah, bust it out for the boys, all right? Yeah. Can you play a little something in the background just to get him in the mood? Here's E-Rock and his James Hetfield.
There we go. All right.
Yeah!
Ooh. What are you, fucking wrestler? You were doing...
It's all the same.
Oh, yeah!
What were you doing?
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Hulkfield.
Yeah, what are you doing? That stunk.
Yeah, try the James Hetfield. There was too much Hulk Hogan in there.
That sounded more like Hetfield.
Wait, you do one and then he does one. You know what I mean?
My throat. I hurt my throat. I blew my throat out.
Okay. Do like the beginning of Enter Sandman, because he knows that one. Come on, go ahead. Now come right into it. Don't have to wait for the intro as long. Come on, right. Ready? Here it comes, right? Come on.
Yo, say the prayer, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest.
Come see it till the Sandman he comes.
Come on.
Sleep with one eye open, raping your pillow tight. Enter night, exit line.
Or the other way around.
It's off to Neverland. Yeah.
All he's doing is Tank Hankerus singing Metallica. Wow.
You like that? He's good, right?
People are saying this is unforgivable.
Wow.
Sad but boo.
Zero of the day.
It's off to garlic butter land. Wow.
Shit breath.
Master of nothing.
Oh,
People are asking if that's off the Blech album.
Garlic breath.
Go back and eat my hero of the day.
Holy shit, the virus finally had a joke.
Right on, there
and
you
he's
go.
out. He's pulling a Costanza.
The four horses' asses.
Oh, shit.
Could you guys play just a solid Metallica song as we go to break? Because that kind of sounded cool, too. Or you don't do that. That's like...
Dude, we don't know any full Metallica songs.
Give me a little something as we go to break. Metallica, everyone.
Returning a reaction in France. Get back on the battery to stay.
on. By the way, they're still making E-Rock jokes. One ... piece of crap.
I have a whole list I came up with during that song.
Oh, okay.
Eat and destroy. Eat and
destroy.
Ride the frosting.
I got fattery. And mustard for all. Bread and butter fan. Creeping breath and enter bland man.
Enter bland man.
Tank Rizzo, for whom the fat rolls. Nothing else matters but the buffet. Nick in Virginia.
Poor bastard.
James Cloverfield. Did we do Master of Muffin? Master of Muffin, Brian and Quincy.
Oh,
right on. Guys, this was a lot of fun.
Cool. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, man.
So
Absolutely.
It's Beatallica.org.
Beatallica.org.
All right, that's where you'll get all the dates and everything else that has to do with the band. Right on. We're going to take
Hey, this is Victoria Gotti.
Hey, this is Don Kane. Because I talked to guys that found the black boxes, and yet our government says they weren't discovered. Why? This is Jesse Ventura.
Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah! Mike Smith in Putnam.
Yeah!
For whom the Taco Bell tolls.
Yeah, for whom the Taco Bell tolls was great, and Enter Sandwich.
Enter Sandwich came in during the break.
Fucking hysterical. Enter Sandwich. Ah, goddamn.
James Cloverfield was pretty fucking solid, too.
Poor E-Rock caught a little bit of a beating. Wow.
Master of Crumpets. Does that work?
Well,
Sean from Brooklyn.
Master of Crumpets. Yeah, it's funny. Crumpet is a funny word.
Welcome home with cafeteria in parentheses. That's pretty good if you know what's Metallica. That's pretty good, man. Who is that? Jeff B., Austin, Texas. Give yourself a fucking smiley face today,
good
motherfucker.
One. Very fucking good one.
Seek a dessert? That kind of works. Chester's liver.
Seek a dessert.
Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy had a wee.
Yes, I did.
Hi, who's this?
Ant's purchase. I didn't forget.
Oh, yesterday. What a day we
teased
had.
That. We teased that about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, the beginning. Well, yeah, we were busy. We had a lot to talk about. Got as you know, Danny, our own Danny Ross, is now a resident of Nassau County. He's no longer city folk.
Is that good?
He lives out in the country.
Take that, Queens, New York.
Exactly.
You just cut down your taxes, right?
I don't know yet.
Yes, you did.
Next year.
You did.
City taxes.
Absolutely.
You don't do city taxes anymore.
I guess so.
You don't do city taxes. You don't own a house,
you
so
just
you're
gave
not
yourself
paying
a
property
raise.
tax. Yep. No more city tax.
Wait, no, but his...
No, he doesn't
you get city tax for just working in the city, right?
Nope.
So
You
get
got to reside.
So
I don't
if,
pay city
So
tax.
if you rent in the city, you don't get city taxes?
No. If you live there, you do.
So you don't have to own for the city to take a little piece, right?
Yes.
All right.
As long as your address
So,
is in
Danny,
the
you
city.
just gave yourself a raise.
Yeah.
Cool, man. First one in a while.
Isn't that good?
shit.
Yeah, right? No shit.
No shit.
Fucking stingy bastards. So, the priorities have to be straight. Because in any of the 5 boroughs of New York City, you are not allowed to buy a gun unless you have some type of license, permit, paper, even a rifle. You can't just go into a gun store and buy a rifle. You need to tell the city that you want to purchase a rifle and all that happy horse shit and get a permit for said rifle. Pistol's another story. It takes a long time, permit and everything. But we were just talking about rifle. So he's in Nassau County. And how long have you been in Nassau County, Danny?
Just about 3 weeks.
And it was time to get Danny a rifle.
Oh, my God. It's that easy?
I need a shooting buddy. Besides Keith. Keith's hours are kind of weird sometimes.
But isn't he allowed to shoot anyway?
Who?
Wasn't he allowed to go down the range and
Yeah, but you have to have your own gun, dude. It's like fucking,
Holy mother of God. Look at this busty fucking woman. By the
Shit, look
way,
at the tits on her.
Yeah, this is
talk about guns.
This is a huge story today. There's a Lane Bryant ad, and this woman has like solid D's. There's a slight chunk to her, but in a sexy way, right? Not in a Kirstie Alley way,
right?
And who chose not to show that? I think ABC or something said she's too busty to have on TV in a bra, but it's okay if a girl is flat-chested and doesn't have as much cleavage. You could show that.
Yeah.
I think that's the story. We'll get back to your
Oh, yeah. You know what the fucked up thing about that is? Let me add something about that.
Yeah.
The Lane Bryant and all that fucking fat bitch stores, they hate the regular... and the girls that shop there, by the way, at Lane Bryant, they hate the regular stores and regular models because they're glamorous and they offer up this image that isn't a real woman. You know how they're always bitching about that? Skinny waif models that are walking around. Now, they've gotten to the point where they're showing fucking, like, slightly fat chicks that are hot as fuck and you would nail.
Oh, yeah.
On their commercials, which is not an accurate representation of their clientele.
Of who shops at Lane
They're
Bryant?
fat slobs, not this big-titted monster. Look.
She's a
Look
tit
at her.
monster.
She's fucking... You just want to put your wee-wee there.
It says narrow-minded
amazing.
ABC nixes Buxom Babe undie label.
Yeah.
This full-figure beauty appearing in a Lane Bryant lingerie ad caused fits for ABC, which reportedly wouldn't run the spot because of too much cleavage.
That is a lot of fucking cleavage there.
And while Fox runs ads featuring stick-thin Victoria's Secret models like Miranda Kerr, they balked before agreeing to run the commercial. So she had too much tit meat.
Scrumptiddlyicious.
Too delicious.
But
for TV.
She's hot.
Yeah, she really is.
She's
hot.
not like a Lane Bryant's. Put it this way: Steve Carr shopped at Lane Bryant for Pendulum. Remember?
No, I don't.
Yes, apparently
a while ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But that's the caliber of woman that shops at Lane Bryant.
Right, exactly.
Is Stephen Carr. So they're just showing like hot, curvy women and not the messes that shop there, which defeats the whole purpose of them and their ads.
Guys, the paper's being funny. You ready for this?
Oh, come on.
Jimmy, you ready for this?
Bring
funny?
it. Bring it.
ABC is issuing a fatwa.
Oh, a fatwa.
A fatwa. Instead of fatwa.
They're going to cut her tits.
Against full-figured models, plus-size label Lane Bryant says. Oh, Lane Bryant's getting a lot of fucking promotion out of this.
Would you blast that?
Yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking yes.
Yeah. There's no doubt that model that they nixed. They have a picture of her laying down on a
That's the
fucking
same one?
couch.
That's the same one as this?
While I was fucking her, I'd
Yeah,
say,
that looks like her.
time to make cum, piggy. Time to make cum, piggy.
You think she'd get off? You
You
said that?
No, she'd probably push. She'd push me up, like to make me stop.
Right.
But I would just go, "Oh, time to make cum, piggy."
They were supposed to add run the ad during Dancing with the Stars, but it was too much cleavage. And, of course, Lane Bryant is calling the executives a bunch of prejudiced boobs.
Oh, now this
Get it?
boobs. I get it. Right. Yep. I get it. Boob.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Meaning
enough of that.
stupid or tits. Yeah, that's great.
That is a nice set, though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that curvaceous fatty.
All right, Ann. So back to
yeah.
the gun thing. Sorry.
So after 3 weeks being able to get one, we finally decided it was time to go down to our pals there at Coliseum Gun Traders in Uniondale and pick up a firearm for Danny. Pick up a firearm.
It was about time.
It was about time.
Because, I don't even have my bedroom set put together.
Jesus.
And I have cardboard boxes all over my place.
But you know what? We have to go to the range.
I don't even have drawers in my I don't even know what you call that.
A
in my
dresser
dressers.
or a bureau.
No, they're just on the floor.
Yeah.
Just all strewn about.
But now you could fucking look at your cool gun.
But now I'll blast the shit out of somebody. if they
Right.
try coming in. And
Don't
taking-
come in.
Don't try to come in and take my drawers, because now I'll shoot you.
Don't tread on me.
That's right.
And, when you go to the range, yeah, you could borrow other people's, rifles and shit, but
you want your own.
When it's your own, you're setting it up. You set up the sights the way you like them and everything, and it's just so much better that way. So we went down there and talk about the kid in the candy store. Oh, my God, looking at different types of weaponry and rifles, and Danny trying to decide which one to get.
It is pretty difficult trying to pick out your very first firearm.
Your very
It's
first
a big,
rifle.
It's a big
What
step.
to do? What to do?
Yeah, he went with a Rock River Arms Yeah, like your
AR
basic
style.
AR style.
Is that a good choice for a first gun?
Yes, Rock River Arms. They run you a little more than like a Bushmaster would, but they're built like brick shit houses. If you shake the thing around, you won't hear one little rattle. They're very solid. When they fire, they got some weight to them, so when you fire it, it doesn't have as much recoil. It's more accurate because of the weight. It's a great rifle. It's wonderful. And Danny picked up that. And then I, of course, cannot walk in the store without adding another to my collection. So I had to pick up another pistol.
What'd you get?
I got a Wilson Combat Sentinel 45 caliber pistol. It is the shit! That's it right there. Pop that fucking picture up.
Are you running out of room?
That's the one I just bought.
Are you running out of room in your gun closet?
That is no. I have so much
got some room
in
still?
my gun closet. So much. I got it for a little.
I could think of 30 people I would like to put that, whose temple I would like to put that against. I really can.
All right, including this room. How many less would that make? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shit.
Yeah.
I can't call the show. I can't call the show because Jim's debating style yells. So I'll write it. Fuck you. You fucking basement pussy message board faggot. Fuck you.
I'm confused.
Call
Jimmy.
the one guy.
Right.
Call the show, cunt.
What happened?
Just one. There's fucking babies. I listen to every fucking dissent. I'm sorry, man. I listen to every dissenting opinion. To tell me that I don't let callers, fuck you. You fucking coward. You wanted to sit home and write in your fucking basement. You didn't want to call the show. You're free to call the show and defend your point. Fuck you. Your guy did what you accused Jay of doing, and you don't like it. So fuck you.
Jimmy.
Fuck you, Chris.
He can't call because your debating style, you just yell.
That's what I've listened to every fucking point someone has made. I've listened to.
No, you don't.
What's
Jimmy.
this about, Jimmy?
I'm not going to mention where. It doesn't matter. The guy knows who he is. You're a fucking twat.
Well, if he's
call the show, twat. Call the show. You want to make a point? Don't sit home and try to spell check. Call up.
Spell check.
Fucking faggot. Call up.
We got open lines right now, so
Thank
call.
you. I feel much better.
We got open lines. Call right now.
Wow. I fucking and completely off the subject again. The mentally ill. I've been ranting about them.
Yes.
Should just be put down. They don't fucking stop.
Is this the same thing?
Same fucking thing.
No, I mean the same thing as the Chris thing, or is this
totally different?
Two
No,
different
totally
things? Because
different.
people are going to go, all right, so that you're ranting about two different things at the
Totally
same time.
different. That has nothing to do with Chris.
Is there a me thing happening?
Yeah, of course. Chris has nothing to do with that. I'm mildly irritated with Chris. Something else actually spawned that.
The fuck? People.
Yeah, what are we waiting for, Kenny? Let's move on this.
God. Oh, wow.
Fucking shit.
Wow. What's going on?
It's all kinds of shenanigans going on here.
Still, there's a me thing happening?
Yes. Fucking nonstop. I don't give a fuck about your problems. I don't fucking care. Nobody does.
I gotta agree with you.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Somebody's just me-meing.
They're the fucking worst.
Yeah.
And you even try to talk to him about it, and you can't get through that thick skull.
By the way, this has nothing to do with
the other thing.
No, with Chris. No, that was just an irritated moment.
Yes, of course.
This is completely separate. Let me make sure that's so. It's like I'm snapping on some fucking fan who disagreed with me.
So, yeah.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
No,
I sit on
fine.
it sometimes, and there's other times where I just want to go. I don't even want to be specific. It's like, yeah, what are we not fucking moving on this for?
I love Jimmy's responsibility because this discussion or little outburst, I guess, that Jimmy just had was based on a picture of a gun on a screen and him going, I would love to have that and put it to some people's temples.
There's a reason I don't own it.
That's why I'm saying I know why you are not a gun owner.
And I mean that. Never allow me to have one. And I'm saying this publicly. Never allow me to have one.
You will use it.
Dude, I'll spend the rest of my life in prison for one moment. I'm not responsible enough.
I'm with Jimmy, but it would.
Oh my God!
I'm with Jimmy. I can't have a gun either because I'm clumsy. It would just.
You would just drop it, or like lose it. Where did I leave my gun?
Well, it's funny you should say that because today alone, I left my house keys at home and my wallet in Kenny's car. I mean,
yeah, you can't just leave your gun and go like, I think I left it in the bathroom.
And I thought I left my wallet at Starbucks. So do you really think I would be a responsible gun owner too?
Yeah, that might be a little
for
bit
different
of a
reasons.
problem.
Obviously, Jimmy would absolutely use it, and mine would just go off and fucking hit a mate or something.
It is a great responsibility to have.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
guess you have to be the,
certain tempered guy or whatever.
Be something going on.
I would have it in my waistband. I really would.
You'd be one of the guys that just
I'm
stick it in your
Plaxico Barris in a second.
I'm sticking your waistband.
Jimmy, I got some advice for you.
Oh, my God.
Just tell this person to to stop.
It could just be a bunch of people.
Oh my God!
Just
they don't listen. People, any
just tell them to
people,
stop. It works.
Any people who could just be so self-centered, they don't listen because they're so wrapped up in their own fucking dog shit life.
Yeah.
Nothing they say resonates with me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. It doesn't register. It doesn't. You're not going to say the magic thing that's going to make me focus on you. I don't give a fuck.
The magic.
You're not going to have. You believe me. You're never going to find the words that move me.
No.
Never.
You want this person to keep trying though?
Whoever these people are can keep trying. There could be. Yeah, I'm not saying who
There's
they
a few?
are. Of course.
All right, we're just trying to get more info.
Yeah.
A few people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, totally disconnected from.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Listen to this. Brandy in Augusta, Georgia. Brandy?
Yes.
Turn down your radio. You're on the air with us.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Talk to Jimmy and tell him what's going on.
Yes, Brandy.
I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Just keep doing it.
Thank you.
Well, why don't you tell him
the first
Yelling, screaming.
Yeah, tell him about your sloppy pussy.
It's wet, dripping.
Yeah.
I like to hear
She's
that.
got a sloppy pussy because you're yelling and screaming, Jimmy.
Oh,
She
thank
doesn't even
you.
know what you're screaming about, but it just made her sloppy.
Someone had a healthy upbringing.
Hey, whoever that person is that's pissing you off, I hope they keep doing it. Because that's the best thing about your show right now.
Thank you very much.
Keep yelling. I mean, oh my God. Come on.
The first thing I got mild annoyed at, I was annoyed, but it was not. It was spurned by this other thing. I was just bashing this guy Chris because it's like you post what you want, but don't say that you can't call the show and make your point because you're a fucking liar. I listened to every fucking Conan point, dude. I didn't agree with them, but I listened to them, and I didn't yell over everybody. So fuck you. I'm not saying you're a hater. I'm just saying fuck you on that point.
Hey, Brandy, with the sloppy pussy. What do you look like?
What do I look like?
Yeah, it's radio. We got to get a visual.
Yes.
going.
I don't know. 5'3", brunette, brown eyes. She's hot.
Who's that?
Yeah, I'm hot.
Who's that?
That's my daddy.
Wow.
You left a
One of
little.
them.
Yeah, we would need to know a little more, right, Jimmy?
Boy.
Jimmy, what?
What's
wrong, Jimmy?
I'm sorry I interrupted, man.
No, there wasn't.
Wait.
Believe me.
I need to know more.
That's like
What's more?
Zeppelin interrupting Zebra. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't sweat it.
Basically, Zeppelin decided to come on early.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
I love
Brandy.
the Zeppelin Zebra
Right.
thing, by the way. Neither band is existing anymore, but it
still
really
works.
does strike a nerve.
Brandy's leaving something out, Jimmy.
Yes.
We need to know more about you. You didn't give us much.
Yeah, you
5'3"
just-
brunette.
we don't care your
There's a lot
eyes.
of those.
Okay, let's see. Talking about some Indians earlier. I am American Indian.
Oh,
Big fat DSLs. What else you need?
What, you're a fat Indian?
Hell no, I'm not a fat
Oh, I
Indian.
thought you said you were big and fat.
DSL, dick sucking lips.
Oh, okay. Now, what tribe are you?
Which tribe?
Oh, you don't know.
Cherokee.
Oh, okay. Are you thin or fat?
Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud
Thank you.
It's a great song. That's a great song. You probably heard it a few times.
Yeah.
Brandy, how much you weigh?
What's that?
How much you weigh? 5'3"?
120.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Is that with the papoose or without?
Yeah.
Let me take out the chart.
That's whatever.
Put in the lie factor. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to factor in the lie.
Is 120 really 130?
Which is really 140.
Jesus.
No.
All right.
120 is fully clothed.
Do you have a
How about
sloppy
that?
vagina?
All right, you're in range.
Does your vagina look like General Custer scalped?
It probably looks like a 3-year-old because I like to keep it freshly shaved.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Oh, good.
You want to masturbate for us?
Want to wet for you?
She scalps her vagina.
Yeah, you would think you wouldn't want to remove hair if you're fucking an engine.
Exactly.
You want to play with your pussy? You want
I'm
to play with your...
playing with it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I want to keep hearing the yelling and screaming and cussing and.
What if Jimmy talks to you? Will you play with yourself a little bit? Jimmy loves doing this every once in a while with the girls.
Do you suck cock with forked tongue?
Suck cock with what?
Do you have your hand in your panties right now?
I don't have on panties.
No, what do you have on?
She's wearing a little leather fucking horsehide skirt.
She's on the cover of a fucking Mazzola.
She's masturbating with a corn cob, or she calls it maize.
It's Pyrex. It's the latest out on your little
really?
Avenue thing there.
Can we see a picture of you? I want to see a All right, so...
Can we hear the sloppiness of your pussy?
Yeah.
Is that possible? If you're not
You want to hear the sloppiness of it?
Yeah, we'll be quiet.
I want to hear you come. Do you squoit?
Okay. Here we go. Hold on.
Here we go. Listen to this.
Okay, did you hear anything there?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Wow.
Oof, that sounds like it's pretty darn wet down there.
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah, it is.
if that was any wetter, you'd be having all kinds of stamps getting stuck to it.
Everybody just needs to shut up and let Jimmy go up on Chris.
And it makes
a little
y'all wet?
longer, and I'll be done, you know?
I got a teepee in my pants.
Yeah, I'd like to come down there and give you some Indian rituals.
That's all right. We can do that.
What's that mean?
Show you an Indian rain dance like you've never seen before.
Yeah, it looks like it's right now. It's raining all over your thighs and your underpants.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd like to go in there and start charging and yelling Geronimo. Hurry up and start coming. Come on, get in there. Get your fingers so wet that it looks like you was handling something in the store.
The fingers are no good. I'm telling you, that Pyrex, that's the best thing out there.
Pyrex. She likes glass dildos.
No,
huh?
what you got to do is you put your hands in there so it looks like so they're all sloppy, like you was soaking, and Madge was soaking your fingers in the liquid detergent.
Get your hand all wet from your pussy, and then slap it on the hindquarters of a horse to tell it's yours.
No.
See, that's what they used to do.
There's
With
no
paint.
force there right
Yes,
now.
with paint.
Can we throw garbage at you while you masturbate?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you so good. I'm gonna stick it in you so good that you wind up just yelling and screaming until your throat hurts. And
hurts.
I'm telling you, I'll give your throat will hurt so much you'll have to take a whole bunch of secrets.
I told her. Oh God.
Are we gonna get this girl to do anything
Yeah,
else?
hurry up. Get down there. Start playing. Start knocking it around down there. Start diddling around down there.
Yeah.
Like you're playing the banjo or something in front of a bunch of people.
Funny, where's the...
Let's play Guess What's in My Loincloth.
Come on, I'm trying to get you all turned on and stuff.
We'll keep going.
All right, so get your fingers in there. Get your thumb in there like you're hitchhiking to paradise.
Damn, what do you think? I have man hands? I'm telling you, fingers don't do it.
No.
What do you need? You need some kind of, but you need something long and hard, like a
That's
math
right.
test.
Long and hard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
stick it to
thin.
you. I'll stick it to you good. Make sure everything get down there and get sloppy.
You just got to make your pussy bigger by sitting Indian style. That's lying drunk in the gutter. Who did that joke? Was it Foss used to do that? My teacher told me to sit Indian style. So I laid down in the gutter.
I'm gonna pump you full of 10 little Indians. Hurry up.
Okay, now when I go, I'm going to listen to the radio again, and I want to hear all
No, get
those
down there. Start.
yelling and screaming.
Get your fingers in there. Get your fingers in there. So they're all sloppy like a dentist who's been in someone's mouth doing tooth extractions.
Damn, you and these fingers.
Yeah, get in there. Put something hard and long in there, like a bunch, like a tire iron.
Let's get Chris on three-way.
All right, hold on. Rob in the Poconos is on with
what I want.
Brandy from Augusta. Rob.
I bet
Hey,
she's
where's
down
the
there
dad that's in
with
the
Tiger
background? Why didn't
Woods
he help her?
playing some golf at Augusta.
What's up, Rob?
Where's her dad? Why isn't he helping her masturbate?
Yeah,
He was on the phone before.
Yeah, where's that daddy guy? Who is he?
Yeah, why don't you have your dad do something? She's gone? Oh, my God. All right, Brandy, thanks for the call. Thanks, Rob. She just hung up out of nowhere.
Oh,
I
she's
bet
gone.
she had such an orgasm that her service got shut off.
Oh, Chip.
Chip's a real buzzkill.
Cherry Darts, Tuesday.
Cherry Darts.
Let's remind the people. They got to
Yes.
email Danny today.
Yes, Danny at opieandanthony.com. Actually, I've gotten a few responses already, so we're already looking a lot better than we were earlier in the show.
Good.
Maybe Chris can come in and we can throw M80s at his asshole. That would really please me. I can't call the show because you give me Shut up. Fucking douche. Fucking read your post a whole bunch of times before you put it up. Make sure it's perfect. It's got to be perfect. Fucking asshole. Just talk. What are you doing? You're arguing with your chick. Post something. She insults you. And you fucking, I'll be out in a minute. And he prints it. And he hands it to her. Read this. I've paragraphed it. Fucking asshole. Shut up. I don't like when people yell at me. How do you spell that?
What is this based on, Jimmy?
Just
something?
Just some douche. Some douche. And then the thing that makes me feel, oh, I got a reaction. Just call the show. Pick up the phone. Put it by your dumb ear. We'll let you make your point. But don't make excuses because you wanted to call yesterday when we were talking about this and didn't. And really had a couple hours to gather up your thoughts. What are you doing? The boss yells at you. Why are you late, Chris? Oh, be out in a moment. Spell check. He hands it to the boss. Read this. You taint.
Oh, shit.
You fucking taint of a man.
Fucking crying. I'll be out.
Oh, God damn.
Fucking
read this.
That's what I'm saying. Jimmy's imitating a dot matrix printer. Your imitation is from the 90s.
Who cares?
I know.
All right,
Who
good.
cares? It's
All right,
hysterical.
good.
It's like that his imitation is of a dot matrix
Right.
printer.
Jesus. And did you finish up your gun talk? Because it got a little weird.
Yeah, no,
it got a little weird there.
I just want to.
So you got the gun. Danny got his first
Yeah,
rifle.
I think if we got a little time. What are we doing today?
We
Going to the
are
range?
shooting.
We go down to the range,
Nice.
and blast off our new weaponry down there by the Coliseum.
If anybody would like to congratulate my new firearm purchase with AR-15 accessories, they may send them courtesy.
Exactly.
Courtesy Sirius XM Radio 1240.
You know, you never know. There's so many. You buy your gun, and then there's so many accessories. People don't realize that. There's accessories you need. You need the grip on the bottom, the friggin' maybe a bipod, fucking ACOG scope, maybe an EOTech holographic optic.
The flip-up sight is nice.
Of course, you got and you should start by firing with iron sights just in case.
But then when you start looking at real deal, like video game style optics, boy, oh boy, does this hobby get expensive.
Yeah. It's not like just the game where you got to get through a level and they give it to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, level 40 unlocks nothing for me.
Yes. So we'll be shooting today after the show, and
That's good.
can't wait.
Someone just slammed their phone down.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Someone get mad?
Yeah.
No, it's just I have to shoot today. All day.
Oh, yeah, you got some HBO stuff today.
So do we. Come on down to the range. We could shoot all together.
Yeah, I'll pay you that shoot will be a little louder than the stuff we're talking about.
Chip sucks.
I really just want to hang out with Chip all day. I'll go to lunch with Chip.
Go to lunch and just have to deal with Chip.
That's all Colin wants to talk to.
Oh, I bet.
Everyone at the cellar. So, Chip, what do you think? And they have no idea what's going on.
They just look at you oddly.
I can't wait till Seinfeld comes in.
Oh, no.
He'll introduce him to Chip immediately.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think Seinfeld will do?
Be disgusted.
Oh.
Especially when Chip goes, hey,
yeah,
how come if you're going to be a marriage referee, you should have like a black and white striped referee shirt and a whistle or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He'd look down at you, like down his nose at you, and kind of be like,
He wouldn't
crinkle
get
his
it.
nose and go like, oh. Yeah. Oh, would you just alienate yourself from him if
Well, it
you
wouldn't
did
matter.
that?
I'm sure he likes me, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, he doesn't really chat with you that much?
We say hello, but no, he's,
Yeah, he's Seinfeld.
You're just one degree of separation, though, between people that do talk to him and you.
That is true.
Yeah, so
The only difference between me and Seinfeld is a lot of fame and about $750 million.
That's it? It's a small gap to close.
Sure, yes.
You can close that gap in no time.
San Andreas fault of gaps.
And why don't we go home?
Why don't we?
It's a lot of Chip today for all you Chip fans.
Damn.
The
I love
the
Chip.
show will continue in a few minutes. Remember we were doing the Precious talk?
Yes.
We got
Precious.
We got the Precious. We're gonna replay the Precious talk. Not from earlier, like from a while ago. Talking about my grandma. Talking about Aunt's grandma.
Yes.
Little family shit
We
after
had
the
some
break.
family chat. Right.
It's terrific,
Some
and
family
it might
chat
be a
for
little
you.
uncomfortable as well. So stick around for that. And we'll see you
Oh,
guys.
by the way, fuck you too, Lamb. TJ Lamb. You fucking douche.
What's that?
Just another douchebag. Debating style. Oh. Shut up, you fucking nerd.
What's that about?
Just
nonsense.
Just shitheads. I've hated him for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck him.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
You and your fucking 6 friends talk to each other.
Yeah, fuck it.
But is he a fan?
I don't know. He might be. I don't know if he is or
How
not.
can you tell sometimes?
They all think they're fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Very confusing.
That's what it is. And
Hope they all take a
don't.
car ride like the end of a Bronx Tale. Wow. And they're going to type out a response to the black kids, and somebody throws a fucking there's a Molotov cocktail in the car. What should we do? Hold on a minute. We should either get out or burn to death. Too late. I don't like his debating style. Shut up. Fucking douche.
Oh, goddamn.
Fucking girl. That's the type of shit my chick would say. You understand that? You don't get the gig, mate. You don't listen to me.
You don't listen to your chick?
No, but that's what they say. I do listen to her.
Yeah.
But it's like that's what they say when they're mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
They start getting mad at the way you argue because they're not good at arguing.
God damn.
So instead of beating you on points, which they never do, they start to go after the style in which you destroy them.
And with that, let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Some Precious talk next. It's terrific. And, our next live show tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
And, yeah.
Have yourselves a good one. That's what I say. Ooh. Button. Hit the button.